Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Pencils and Parsecs here on Hyper RPG on Sci Friday. I am Hector Navarro, and I'm not your normal GM for this show. Normally we have a Mr. Burt Jennings, but I forgot what he's doing. He's doing something.
Hector, there's nothing normal about you.
There's not a, oh, thank you, man.
I mean that in the best way. I really do.
Right back at you, man.
Thank you.
If you have never tuned into the show, this is live. This is a role-playing game show based in the Star Wars universe. Now, normally we use the Edge of the Empire system. We're going to throw that out tonight. It's going to be real simple. We're going to teach you guys how to play this specific system of role-playing. You can literally do it at home after you're done. But before I get into that, I want to introduce our brilliant cast from the left to the right on the couch. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Emma Fife.
Hello.
Keith Silverstein.
Hey!
And Kim Cannon.
What up?
So excited. We've got the crew here tonight. So
Yes.
instead of playing Edge of the Empire, which is a fantastic role-playing game if you haven't played it, we're using a system called All Out of Bubblegum. And it's very, very simple. All you need is a D10, that is a 10-sided die, which each of you guys should have one, whichever one that you choose. And then you have 8 pieces of gum or 8 pieces of candy in tonight's instance, because we're playing Star Wars. We're going to use some Starburst candy. So you have 8 pieces of candy in front of you.
Is there an actual correlation?
Oh,
Is there a
No.
real relation between Starburst and Star Wars?
None at all.
None whatsoever?
None correlation whatsoever.
I really feel that was a brand sponsorship that Star Wars missed out
I have
on.
to
You know?
What happened? How long has Starburst been around? Since the 70s?
Oh,
What-
for
I want
sure.
mine to
For
get
I don't
started.
know.
Okay.
Don't quote me
It's
on
a
that.
newer candy.
Is
I
it?
feel like the only candy they had in the 70s was like Hershey bars, Charleston Chew, and M&Ms.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Yeah.
I like
Snow
Charleston
Caps.
Chew.
Snow Caps,
That's a
yeah.
movie
like
theater classic.
Sour Punch and Sour Skittles and shit, those things came later. So anyway, you've got 8 pieces of candy or 8 pieces of gum in front of you. And this is how it works. Anytime you want to do something
all
that
red
I
Starburst.
consider...
I like the red the least.
All
I'm less
red?
likely to eat those.
Because you don't like them?
I like them least. There's no bad Starburst.
That's
Let's
true.
let's be real here.
No, let's
But
be real.
I'm
It's
going to reach
yellow.
in here and I'm going to get the orange and the
Yellow
yellow.
is no.
These are the bomb.
I love yellow.
Yellow and orange.
Okay, now if we're talking yellow and orange at the same time in your mouth, now we're talking.
Orange.
That's right. Or Ello.
Orello.
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 David Oyelowo.
Hello, I am Orello.
So if you guys are
In
trying
Star
to do
Wars.
something tonight that I consider to be kicking ass, you have to roll your 10-sided die and roll higher than the amount of candy that you have. Higher than. If you're trying to do something
I did that wrong.
that is
Don't roll
not
your
kicking
candy.
ass, everything other than kicking ass is considered chewing gum.
Right.
Those are your only 2 options. Those are your modes tonight,
That's it.
baby. That's it. That's all you're doing. If you're trying to chew gum, talking about even like opening a door, hacking into a computer console, whatever, you have to roll less than the amount of candy that you have. Now,
Got
you
it.
guys watching at home tonight, you can affect how many pieces of candy our beautiful players have during the game live. You do that by tipping this incredible channel, Hyper RPG, and helping everybody here in front of the scenes, behind the scenes. $25 tip donation is going to get you guys to be able to put a hashtag player name, either Emma, Keith, or Kim with a Y.
Kim with a Y.
Don't fuck it up. And you put that, and then you put a hashtag light or a hashtag dark, and then a piece of candy will be either taken away from them or given to them. And Lucas, backstage, is keeping track of all of that stuff, and they know how many live pieces of candy they've got as we're playing the game. I believe it's hashtag light to be given more pieces of candy, which means that it'll be easier for you to do not kicking ass things. Hashtag dark, and it'll be easier for you guys. We'll take a piece of candy away with hashtag dark, so it'll be easier for you guys to slip into an unbridled rage.
Right,
And tap into
right.
the dark side and kick ass.
Sure.
Make sense?
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right. Now, if you cannot tip $25 or you want to do more than just that, we have another really cool thing. At the end of this first hour of playing, and an hour after that, and in our third hour, which could be 5 minutes if I wanted to. We're just playing a little bit over 2 hours tonight. There are tiers of events that are going to happen. The first hour, you guys, I believe, have the options in front of you. The players have no idea what could happen.
We don't.
And they're real silly and real fun. Really, really cool stuff can happen
I'm really
by the time.
excited and I'm really scared.
By the time we get to the end, it's gonna get nuts, y'all. So you can, each time you tip hashtag light, hashtag dark, with your $25 tip to take a piece of candy or give a piece of candy, that will affect the bar, the meter, and the tier that we're landing in. If you can tip any amount and put hashtag light, hashtag dark, and it'll affect, I'm talking even $1, and it'll
Can you do
still
change?
go towards, what's that?
Do you do like $1.50?
Yeah, dude, we'll take 69 cents.
Sure,
Yeah, dude.
I wasn't even going to push it that far, but sure.
We're like iTunes.
Dang.
We'll take 69
13
cents.
cents. 13 cents doesn't do anything, but you can
Yeah.
do that.
Oh, it'll do something.
It will do something?
It might win It might change the
it
difference
could
from a
tip that
tier 1
force
to a
meter.
tier 3.
Yep,
It
yep.
could.
It could change everything.
It could change
The world as we know it.
So I think that's pretty much it. Do the players have any questions before we start?
Tons, but I think it's better just to figure them out as we go.
I agree. Does the internet have any questions before we start? I can't see them. So let's just get right into it. We are playing Return of the Ewok tonight, Pencils and
course we are.
Parsecs, and I think we're pretty much ready to start. Where was I? Okay, here we go. Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so
It's a great way to start the game.
yeah, you guys at home, you saw the opening crawl, and then there's a really cool shot that goes over to a planet, and then a ship, and you hear John Williams music, and it's a freaking Star Wars movie, y'all. That's what's happening. That's what you're watching right now. It's a Star Wars movie. And then, I don't know, there's like a
none
wipe.
you've ever seen before.
Yeah, like exactly. And then I'm lazy, so there's just going to be a wipe, and now we're on Coruscant. But not really nice and clean, pristine
Right,
Coruscant.
right.
Not that Coruscant. Not the like senators and that kind of fancy smanchy bullshit people Coruscant. No. We're in the underbelly, baby. We're in the seedy. Not a lot of people know this, but Coruscant is a horrible place. The lower you go down in those levels, the closer you get to the Earth, just like in the Matrix, to the city of Zion, where it's still warm. It's horrific down there. I'm talking crime. Other types of crime. It's dirty. Nobody cleans it there. People take advantage of you down there.
Right.
What's that?
Everybody litters.
Everybody litters.
So
It's
inconsiderate.
it's a little more intense than the Theedy part of town.
It's considered a crime to throw your trash away.
Yeah,
That's
actually.
true. Old ladies just walk
Anywhere.
down the sidewalk and they just spit and go, Coruscant, and they keep walking just because
Yeah.
everybody hates it.
Yeah.
I mean, if like a senator ends up down there, they're dead. They're pretty much dead. So, of course, this is where our 3 characters are. This is where we meet our 3 characters. Now, each of you characters, you've got mysterious backgrounds.
Maybe.
You're maybe very attractive people. We don't know yet.
Obviously.
We don't know yet. We'll meet you guys in a second. But you have all been drawn to a secret location to meet a contact, a name that you don't know. Of course, it's a bar. And of course, you're in the back left corner of this bar. And it is a hive of scum and villainy. You know what I'm talking about. But it's in Coruscant. So there's like neon lights and it's really like pulsating
Dance
music.
sticks, yeah.
It's like dance sticks. Yeah. It's disgusting. So you guys have over the course of like the first one of you arrived, 5 minutes later the second one, 10 minutes later the third. You're sitting there. You're waiting for the contact. You know you're supposed to be there. So you're at this table. Let's go ahead and meet. Let's go ahead and hear your introductions to one another.
So you're here for the same reason? Are you okay? Are you all right? Did you just appear here out of nowhere or something?
I'm fine.
You-
More than fine.
Like-
I reach for the counter and I go completely through it.
I have no
I take
idea
that
what's
back.
happening right now. What the hell? What am
I
I
don't-
drinking? What is this?
Is this your first time in a bar, man?
Wait, no, did you see she just went right through that counter? Did you not see that?
I did see.
I've been around a long time. Dax has seen a hell of a lot of things, but that doesn't happen unless you've had a lot of drinks. Can I get another, please?
No!
Are you cutting me off?
No! Get it yourself! And there's some gross-looking alien behind the bar that just farts and walks away.
Dax will do it.
Okay, great.
Dax will do it.
All right, great. Fantastic. You're trying to get yourself a drink.
Do I have to roll to get myself a drink?
Hell yeah, you have to roll. To get yourself a drink. Sit back down, Keith.
Yeah.
All right, so this is Dax Gusto.
Dax
Did I
Gusto.
pronounce that right? Gusto?
Dax Gusto.
Gusto?
Absolutely,
Gusto?
that's me.
Go ahead and roll to chew gum to pour yourself a drink from behind the bar.
Let's do it. Can I get this out of here? I don't need this. I want these.
What'd you roll?
A 1, but is that
that's
good,
good.
now? That's good.
Perfect. You wanted to roll low
Yeah.
because how many pieces of candy do you have? right now?
Exactly.
You got 8. So you find yourself, an incredible vintage bottle of Alderinian wine.
Alderaanian wine. I was looking for
Alderaanian.
beer. Why?
Yeah.
Suddenly that's an upgrade.
Alveridian
That
ale.
shit
Yeah.
is rare, Dax. So you bring it back to the table. You pour yourself a drink. Do you pour your drink to your compatriots?
Pour it in my mug. Look what I found. I heard this is rare. It's supposed to be good. You definitely need some. There you go.
Who said he could speak to me?
And here you go. There's some for you. I'll just drink right from the bottle.
I still
here.
try to grab the grab. I'm grabbing nothing. I'm grabbing.
Listen, lady, I've worked with my fair share of weird characters of varying levels of incompetence throughout the year, but I've never seen someone go straight through something. What is your deal?
I'm going straight through this bottle right now.
Who are you and why are you so annoying?
I'm Randall. I've been working with the Rebel Alliance for a long time.
Rebel Alliance?
No, it's
Your
pretty
name is
dark in
Randall?
here. You got
Yeah,
some
but I'm
sunglasses.
like not sure if I'm really loyal to the Rebel Alliance or not.
Well, first off, Randall's a stupid name.
It is.
Wow.
You have to drink that, will you? I feel like you will be a better person after you drink
I
that.
would if I could.
What do you mean you
Kim,
are
go
you-
ahead and roll to kick. Go ahead and roll to chew gum.
Chew gum? Okay.
Roll to chew gum. I want to see what this result is.
Okay.
Depending on what it is, we'll see what happens.
Do you think she's underage?
You rolled a 2? Okay.
She looks.
So just like in the
They
movie
don't check
Ghost,
IDs. Steve.
No.
just like in the movie Ghost,
Uh-huh.
Patrick Swayze's Ghost, you concentrate. Maybe tap into the Force. I don't know what your deal is yet. The audience doesn't know. And instead of moving a penny, you pick up a glass. And you can pick up that little glass, and then you do. Physically, you're touching it. Whoa. And then you drink it.
Is it a shot? Am I taking a shot? What did you pour?
It's
You take a shot of wine,
it's
Oh.
wine. It's good wine.
and it spills on the seat that you're sitting on, and it just
Alderini
dribbles down to
wine.
the
Straight through me?
Yeah,
Okay.
straight through you. Dribbles
Okay.
down to the floor.
What a
Well, that was
waste of good
semi-successful.
booze.
Well, I'll tell you what, little lady, you got the first part of it right. You just need to figure out the second part.
Who the hell are you?
I'm Dax Gusto. You never heard of me? Ex-bounty
I?
hunter, ex-bartender, ex-slave, ex-husband, although technically I'm still married, and I'm a hell of a cook.
Is there anything you're not an ex of?
Not that I can think of.
Thought I was done working with all these incompetent characters,
Wait,
but
who's to say you were working with me?
I'm under the impression that we're all working together.
And what gave you that impression?
Well, we're all here at this bar. Weren't you guys summoned here to meet some contact?
Yeah, well, no, I was just here for a quick drink. Something that, just tied me over for a little while. But I'm up for whatever. If it's exciting, I'll do it. Trust me, I've done it all.
Randall, you realize that you were not supposed to be sitting next to these two people? That somebody misinformed you and said that you would be having two partners on this, but it's not lining up. So you seem to be the only person here on purpose, and you look up at the wall, and there's whatever version of a Star Wars clock up on that wall letting you know whatever version of Star Wars time it is. And you're like, oh shit, I'm a Star Wars minute away from this contact showing up.
Yeah. So wait, you guys, you're not. I get the feeling.
Wait. Hold on just a second. You talking about that, the rebel thing?
Not exactly.
Is it a rebel thing?
It's just it's like a galaxy far away thing.
Like a galaxy thing?
Yeah.
Hell, I'm down. I'll do it. I think I talked to someone about. Someone said it was a rebel thing or something. I don't know. I just try to keep busy though, So if there's something to do, then I'm down. I'm in. All in.
You
Just
said-
then, a really skinny, squirrely, sweaty, human guy with tousled black hair shows up and just squeezes into your little booth. Oh, thank the gods. Okay, great. Everyone's supposed to be here. Okay, we got Randall and Dax and I'm sorry. Well, who are you?
What do you want to know?
I was supposed to be meeting some very important people here, and I had an invite sent out to 3.
Do you work for the Rebel Alliance?
Keep your
I
voice
am not interested in working for the Rebel Alliance!
Okay, you're
Wow,
in.
you
You're in.
made that pretty clear.
Fine. Okay, that's the secret password phrase. You got it. Jeez. Okay, fine. Look, I gotta make this quick because I'm pretty sure that the Empire's got spies everywhere. But I'm your first contact, giving you guys a really important mission. The Rebel Alliance normally doesn't reach out to people like you. How do I put this?
What do you mean people like?
Real pieces of shit. So, your
I'm
mission.
sorry, incorrect. The
You're-
Rebel Alliance
Wait a minute.
reaches out.
Hell, I'm many things, but I'm definitely not a real piece of shit. Although
You're-
I've been a piece of shit. at
You're
times
Dax
in my
Gusto, right?
life. Dax Gusto, absolutely.
Ex-mechanic, ex-bounty
At your
hunter,
service.
ex-husband.
Pretty
Well,
much
you're still married?
everything.
Technically.
Sound like a real piece of shit to me. Who introduces
she's on the
themselves
other
like
side
that?
of the
Come on.
galaxy. What do you mean, who introduces
Come on, who
themselves?
says they're an ex-husband? It's just still technically married.
Well, it's just part of my backstory. Don't
All
you
right,
have a
fine.
backstory?
Sure,
Or are you
yes.
some kind of NPC?
What?
You, never mind.
Oh, man. I don't even know what that means. All right, listen. Here's the skinny. You three are supposed to go find an incredibly important contact for the Rebel Alliance.
According to who?
What's that?
According to who?
According to who?
Who said that I would work with you?
Luke Skywalker. Ever heard of him? Yeah, he blew up the Death Star. Ever heard of him?
He is
The hero.
kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
I
I've
can't.
heard of
You. Oh, you have
heard
heard
of
of
him.
it.
He's the
Well,
one that
that's
put this
okay.
whole mission together.
Maybe you're not a complete waste of space.
He told me, he said, Jimbo, that's my name by the way, it's Jimbo Farts. He said, Jimbo,
Yeah.
it's up to you to try to reach out to the seediest people in the galaxy. You gotta go to the subterranean levels of Coruscant. You gotta find just like a real scummy douchebaggy guy named Randall and some real dangerous people that you may or may not be ghosts and a guy. So I did
You know what? I
that.
have a hard time believing that. I would think if your
No
name is
candy.
Jimbo Farts, he probably would have called you Farts. Because I don't run into a lot of people named Farts. If I did, wouldn't you call him Fart? Like, I'm going to call him Farts now. I'm going to say, hey, Farts.
Yeah, that's my last name.
Well, what time does
What's
the
big
Star
deal?
Wars clock say it is? I'm going to say Farts.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna call him dead, and I try to force choke you.
Roll to kick ass. All I have to do is roll more than 3. Shit.
More than 3. 7.
7. Okay. He throws up and dies. He falls down on the table. So now you got a dead
Woo!
on the table.
Lord, for a girl who can't hold her liquor.
I look through my transparent hands and I
amazing.
go, still got it.
All right.
That is
Immediately-
one hell of a parlor trick.
I
Cool.
immediately start to loot his body to see if he has money to pay the bill.
Okay, fantastic. You find some credits. You find 80 credits, enough to cover the bill, and like for like a Star Wars bus ticket or whatever. And then you also find a data pad.
What?
You find a wallet with a super old condom that he's never used. And then you find a set of keys.
I'll take the condom.
Just the condom out of the wallet?
I'm just taking that condom.
Classic
you never
Dax
know.
Gusto.
You classic. Dex is taking that damn
That's right.
condom.
That's
I'm
right.
gonna leave his credits to cover the bill.
Okay.
And
Oh,
keep-
Randall's actually covering the bill this time?
No, Jimbo is covering the bill. Obviously, Randall does not pay for shit.
Jinbo.
I'm sorry, Jinbo.
Jinbo farts. Get it right.
Jimbo.
Jinbo.
Mr. Farts.
Definitely, this is called.
He's dead.
The
So
late
doesn't
Mr.
matter
Farts.
anymore.
cool. So everybody at the bar definitely saw you guys fucking kill a guy. So in the booth next to you, a bunch of Gamorreans. A bunch of Gamorreans get up.
I thought you said Mormons.
A bunch of Mormon Gamorreans get up, and they're
They're
pissed.
the worst kind.
They
They're
put
like,
their books down
Hello.
on the tables.
The most
Yeah.
gigantic guys in suits
Exactly.
and ties.
They ask you guys, do you guys have a second to talk about the Lord?
I never have time to talk about the Lord.
How did
Alright.
we do on that bottle of Alderaanian wine?
Let's go on.
Got about
Right.
halfway through.
Cool.
So go ahead and so you said you grabbed the, what did you grab? The credits? Okay, you grabbed the condom. That's it? There's
And the
a date-
keys. And the keys.
And
know
the
what?
keys. Who's got the keys?
Me, obviously.
Okay, great.
Wasn't there a data pad in there too or something?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
You gonna grab that? Okay,
Can you
fantastic.
even read, bro?
You talking to him or you talking to me? It's those Togari. What are those cat people? They can't read.
That's great. Hey, that's really great. Oh no! A Mormon Gamoran throws a swing at you, Randall. Roll to kick ass to avoid it.
Okay. 8. I don't think I have to roll it higher than a 3.
That's it. Yeah, you do. Not only do you avoid it, but you avoid it like Tobey Maguire in the 1st Spider-Man movie, where it's like goes in slow motion as this Gamoran
yeah.
is pretty slow, and then you grab his arm and then you flip him over your back, slamming on the table behind you, where a bunch of Gungans get up and go, "What the fuck?" And now you've got 3 Gungans, 3 Mormon Gamorreans, and they're ready to throw down.
Okay.
So y'all need to roll to kick ass
Okay.
to avoid
coming at all
getting
of
punched
us?
in the face. All 3 of you guys.
What?
You're getting this is a 2-front war right now.
Is it dodge right now?
This is a dodge roll, so
Yeah.
roll to kick ass to like dodge and not get hurt.
Okay.
Okay. Ah, I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2, Randall?
Yep.
I rate
9.
That's a 9? Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You kicked ass.
Beautiful.
I got a 6.
Oh,
That's
fantastic.
Plenty.
Cool.
So I kicked ass.
So a Gungan tries to swing at your character, Kim, and literally trips on his own foot and goes, ah! Lands, and there was a bottle on the table, and it impairs him through the head, and he just instantly kills himself. And now the other two Gungans are like, oh no, oh, what's the fuck? What's the fuck's happening?
Am I
They're
still on
freaking out.
corporeal right now?
This is
Yes.
no
Okay.
longer
Yes.
for children.
Yes. So then,
Gamorreans are coming to me, right?
yeah, the Gamorreans.
Yeah,
Dax,
so I'm
another
going to
Gamorrean-
dodge, and then what I want to do is I want to grab that religious book out of his hand, rip a few pages out, and
Nice.
shove it down his throat
Oh,
while I'm
fantastic.
mid-dodge.
And you start doing that, and the other one just starts crying.
How does the Lord taste?
The other-
How does the Lord taste?
Exactly. And he answers, good. And tears start streaming down his face. So the other one's traumatized. So the Gamorreans are out because one is flipped over. But the one that flipped over for Randall gets back up and immediately body slams Randall. Just thrusts himself at Randall. Randall goes flying towards the front of the bar, the entire bar. Whoa! Lands his
I hate to
table.
say it, but if you could see, because you weren't wearing those damn sunglasses, you might have seen that coming, Randall.
So Emma, lose a piece of gum. You now only have 2 pieces of candy. So Lucas, update that. Emma's only got 2 now because
Yep.
you missed your roll. So when you miss your roll, you're going to lose a piece of candy.
Okay.
All right, so that's how that goes down. So you're towards the front of the bar.
Yep.
2 Gungans are freaking out, and they're about to try to attack Kim. So what do you guys want to do?
I want to grab the Gungans by their long, stringy things and like.
Their penises?
Cool. So you're going to grab
Go
the
with
Gungans
it.
by the
Roll with that.
Yeah,
Go on.
Grab them by their penises.
And I'm gonna like pull them and like tie them around each other and smash them together.
Okay, great. So you're going to get up and run towards where
Yeah.
the Gungans are freaking out.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Dax, what are you going to do?
I'm going to take my weapon out
Ooh,
and use the rest.
bust it out. And use
No,
the
not
rest-
that weapon. I'm sorry, that's wrong. I need to do that, though.
Okay.
I need to soon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my vibro whip, which is a real weapon. And I'm going to, what do we got? We still a Gungan left? I haven't messed with the Gungans yet. Is that a Gungan?
There's Gamorreans too.
I'm going to try.
There's a
Gamorreans.
crying Gamorrean, a Gamorrean choking on your arm, and there's 2 Gungans that Randall's heading towards.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's the Gungan. I don't care. Whichever one's in front of me.
Okay, the crying Gamorrean.
The crying, oh, perfect. That's exactly what I want. I want to take out my vibro whip and I want to whip him around his legs and pull him over to me, and then I'm going to relieve my other weapon on him.
Okay, fantastic. Gross. All right.
Disgusting,
And
absolutely.
Kim, what do you want to do with your character?
I take out my dual-bladed lightsaber and I activate both ends and I make it spin. And then there's one more Gamorrean left, yes?
Yeah.
Then I use the force to pull it towards me and I propeller the crap out of him.
Beautiful. Okay, everybody roll to kick ass to try to pull off those moves.
3, so good. I got it.
That's true. You did. Okay,
So they
fantastic.
have 2 pieces of candy.
Yep.
Is this a
9.
again? 9?
Beautiful.
You're doing great. It didn't land in the thing.
That's fine. Would you roll?
It didn't land in the...
No, would you roll? It counts.
2.
A 2? As long as it's on the table, it still counts.
God.
Cool. So eat a piece of gum, eat a piece of candy, or get rid of one because you rolled under, so you were not able to do
messed
that.
up.
So
You got total.
here's how
Please
this
tell
goes
me I
down.
at least get to relieve myself.
You try to take out your vibro whip, and as you do it, it coils all the way back and attaches itself to the bartender. And then you yank on it, and you can't attack. And instead, the bartender goes, "Oh, hey!" And he flips over the bar, and then you're kind of immobilized for a second.
Can I, as soon as I'm mobile, can I grab, because I feel like drinks are on the house right now.
As soon as you're mobile,
It's better to make it look like I did it on
You
purpose.
did it on
and
purpose.
grab a
Good call.
drink, so.
But now a Gamorrean might try to attack you. We'll see what happens. Randall, you run over to the Gungans. You pull down one of their pants. You reach towards a Gungan penis, which everybody knows in Star Wars lore is prong. So you're going to reach for the one on the right
Yep.
to then wrap another Gungan around.
Yeah. Yep.
So you take one Gungan's right penis,
Right. Right.
yank it over, and just like the tongue in Dumb and Dumber, it switches
Yep,
out.
yep.
You wrap it around the other Gungan's
Yep.
neck.
Yep. And I
And-
strangle him.
Well, the defense mechanism for Gungans when they have their penises tugged on is it takes them a while to process it, but then once they do, they retract it. So his own
dang.
buddy, his own buddy was then yanked, and his neck was retracted into his pelvis area, and crunched. And the penis goes up into the Gungan's body as a defense mechanism.
I
So
think
it's-
the Gungan's penis is connected to its tongue. So they can
True.
only extend one at a time.
One at a time,
They-
exactly.
you pull one, the other shrinks
So
up.
he's
I'm not
freaking
an
out that his right penis got
Oh,
grabbed.
it's
So that's
true,
why he
believe me.
goes like this. Ah! But to do that, his penis needs to retract. So again, his buddy's head just goes up into his body. And now he's like suffocating his friend and he murders his friend.
Yeah, I was once a doctor on Naboo.
That's right. That's right. You're an ex-Nabooian doctor.
Ex-doctor on Naboo.
And
They're
then
connected.
his character, who is as yet still unnamed, pulls out a double-bladed lightsaber, and it's red. The two beams ignite, and it starts spinning. And the Gamorrean is so drawn to it, like a moth to the flame.
I grab
and then,
him using the Force.
yes, and
I
yanks him
pull
over,
it
and everybody's got pork chops. And the Gamorrean is killed. And the one that was choking on you is no longer being choked because you kind of got distracted. So he's just kind of like retching in the corner. So one Gamorrean is left, and one Gungan is left, but he's kind of out because his penis is up into his body, and so is his friend's head. He's killed his friend. The other one killed itself.
See, the Gamorrean, the Gungans are very resourceful. He's got his penis up in his body, and he's only kind of out of it.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I would be
Yeah.
done for at least the day.
I never asked for random facts about Gamorrean and Gungan.
Well, that's tough shit.
Well, that's
You're
what
going to
you
get a
get.
fact here and there.
That's
what
right.
I'm all about.
That's what life is all about.
That's what
so
life
what do you
is all
guys
about.
want to do next? You're trying to get drinks?
I want it to look like I did
Great.
that on
So
purpose.
roll to chew gum. So you got to roll less than 2. So roll a 2 or 1. Roll a 2 or 1.
I don't think you understood me.
Uh-huh.
I want to get the most expensive
Oh, yeah.
drink on the top
Oh, man.
shelf, and I want to do
Wow.
a triple flip in order to get it.
Ooh, you
I
want to do a triple backflip?
I know, damn idiot.
How old is your character?
62.
62. You're gonna do a triple backflip.
62 years young.
All right, that's pretty kick-ass.
Hey. There may be no more purpose left in my life, but I'm definitely useful.
That's true.
Yes.
All right, I'll give you that one. Roll to kick-ass. Randall, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna.
At this point, you're laughing. You're out. You're just laughing because the Gungan
Right.
killed his
Had to
own
beat it
friend.
too.
Right.
So you're laughing because you're a real asshole.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
And-
gonna
What
just.
happened to
I'm
Girl
gonna.
Two?
I'm
We have
gonna
two pieces left.
go to like. Are there still other like patrons in this restaurant?
Yeah, everybody in this whole
Awesome.
bar.
I'm gonna go to the nearest table and I'm gonna punch whoever's there in the face and take their drink.
You got it. Sounds good. What did you roll, Keith?
2.
You rolled a 2.
I did.
Cool. So here's what your 60-year-old ass attempts, and here's what happens.
Let's see what happens.
You see your opportunity. You're like, all right. You've got a whip and a vibro whip attached to a bartender who's slowly getting himself up in front of the bar.
Like
So you're
every Tuesday.
Backflip, and you try to backflip. You land on your face. You land on the back of your head and go, ugh, and then your ass falls down. You land flat, sprawled out like a Family Guy bit. You fart. Everybody in the bar hears it. You're real embarrassed.
Am I?
A very attractive. Yes.
Am I?
A very attractive woman starts laughing
Oh no.
because she
You
just
know
came
what?
out of the restroom.
They all
and
look
she
the
didn't
same
see-
in the dark.
What's that?
They all look the same in
They
the
all look
dark.
the
It's
same.
something I learned as I got older.
That's right. That's very
You
very
can be
wise.
with anyone you want if it's dark enough.
That's very wise. So you kind of crap your pants a little bit.
Just a bit.
So lose a piece of candy. So now you only have one left
One piece.
because you missed your roll. Yeah.
Sure,
You
I can still eat this over here.
can eat that over here as much as you want. And Kim, what do you want to do with your character?
I still have my lightsaber activated and spinning, yes?
Yes.
Just because I just take another patron, throw him in the air, and go like that.
You got it. Okay.
Still
Roll to
spinning.
kick ass. Roll to kick ass. Let's see
Okay.
what you guys get.
7.
7 also.
Oh, both of you guys kick ass. Fantastic. So, Randall, you punch a kid
Yeah.
in the face and take their delicious fruity drink. And Kim, your character
Is it George
picks
Lucas's
up.
daughter?
What's that?
Is it George Lucas's daughter? I hear she hangs out in bars on Coruscant.
No, as far as I know, it's not. It is a
No
it
way.
is a small innocent child that says, "Please don't," and then you punch it in his face, and then the
I hate
child's
kids
mother
like that.
freaks out, and she's like, "Why?" And that's when Kim's character force lifts her into the air, brings her down, and creates a fine red mist, and she's dead. And the child will remember this day for the rest of its life, forever.
As the day Mom said, come on, let's go to a bar.
That's right. That's
I know just the place.
This is exactly when the bartender gets up, looks over to the back of the bar as a bunch of stormtroopers are coming in because somebody called the popo. And he goes, "Over here, they're over here." And there's about 20 stormtroopers. This is a lot. What do you guys want to do?
Be like, these motherfuckers knocked me on my ass. I had nothing to do with this.
Okay, so you're gonna try to bluff. Roll to chew
that
gum.
bluff, I got knocked on my ass.
Roll a 1.
Wait a minute. That's an easy thing, so I have to roll 0?
1. Roll a 1. If
That's
you roll
what
a, if you
that's
roll a 0,
all I can
that's
roll
a,
to
that's
make
a
it.
10.
That's a
Correct.
10, yeah.
Yeah. Roll a 1. What'd you roll?
What?
A 6. Thanks, Emma. A 6. Okay,
1
great.
6. I was not finished. I rolled 1 6.
Cool. So you attempt to point to who brought you down, but you accidentally uncoil your whip and you whip it towards a stormtrooper. The vibro whip wraps itself around one of his guns and takes it out of his hands, and the rest of them go fire! Pew, 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 pew. Now they start blasting at you guys, and the gun is out of your reach. The regular regulation rifle is just skidded
Okay.
on the ground. So you guys now have to all roll to kick ass to avoid getting shot.
Okay.
Let's do it. Done with
Even
that
though I'm see-through?
particular advice.
Okay.
4. I'm
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
7.
Fantastic. And Kim, what do you got?
7.
Okay, cool. So you all start ducking out of the bar, the front of the bar. You pass that kid that's crying, but looks at you, Randall, and it's just like, there's a little moment of like, oh, I'm gonna have to fight that kid as an adult if I live that long. I'm gonna have to fight that kid as an adult.
I'm prepared.
We're walking past that kid right now?
You're running past that kid. You're dodging rifle fire that the stormtroopers are just laying into the
Can I
crowd.
yell to the kid?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, kid! I know you're gonna want revenge one day, but I'm gonna be dead when you're big enough. Have a candy.
What? And then
Fuck you!
and then a blast rifle goes through its head and it falls. It's dead. It's dead. Stormtroopers don't give a shit.
I actually run towards the stormtroopers.
Oh, what?
Took you long enough.
Oh my God! You run towards the stormtroopers, and in that moment you disappear.
Okay.
You poof
Bye.
out of existence.
Never to
You
be
make
seen
it out
again.
in front of the bar.
Okay.
You're out in a crowded street of Coruscant, and that's when Kim's character poofs right back into
Do
existence
these
right next to you
keys
guys.
have like clicker button on them, like a panic button? I lost my car.
Try it out.
Okay. I'm gonna.
That would be chewing gum.
I know.
Yeah, they
will
do.
be.
There's a tracking
luck.
device. Yeah.
There's a tracking device. Oh,
And on
okay.
his data pad, Jinbo Farts had a "Where's my car" app. So you're able to go back to his parked car.
Dude, where's my car at?
Dude,
A
where's
couple
my
blocks
speeder?
down. You got to avoid a bunch of stormtroopers, and I'll call in all their boys, and they're coming out to the street. So everybody roll to kick ass to
Okay.
keep avoiding to blend into the crowd.
Okay.
Didn't I remember
I don't.
mine?
I still try to go to
7.
the stormtroopers. And I go, hey, it's me.
Poof, you disappear. Because these guys have went in the opposite direction.
4.
What'd you roll?
7.
4? You're good to go. Okay, cool. So you blend into a crowd because there's another douchebag with sunglasses on and another 65-year-old man who's pulling up his pants. So
Right,
you gotta
he's
blend
older
in.
than- he's older
The
than me,
stormtroopers
clearly.
shoot both of them. Phew, phew, and then they die. You duck around a corner, and you have a moment in a dark, gross, seedy, grimy alleyway. There's barely any light coming through.
Well, I'm going to
Top
do what
level
needs
of
to be
course.
done because
Yeah.
I didn't have a chance to
That's
earlier.
right. Okay, cool. All right. Go
I
ahead
respect
and
that, man.
Go ahead and roll to chew gum. So roll a 1.
I've got my hands full. Can someone roll for me?
3.
It's a 3.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Dax, you realize that
Oh, God.
what happened?
I think I just relieved myself all over myself.
Fantastic. We're gonna keep that. Poof. Kim's character poofs back into existence right next to you.
Hey, you're back. Sorry about the smell.
What is your deal?
It was all that wine.
No.
affected
No,
my
I'm
urine.
talking about this chick.
She has nothing to do with my urine, do you?
No.
You put something in my
What are
drink.
you? I saw that weapon that you had. Are you some kind of Jedi or something?
No, but I get a lot of compliments about it. I was
Bro,
just trying to
I'm
relieve
so,
myself.
bro, I'm still talking to her.
That's why
Oh.
you're still talking and I try to force choke right
Ooh, roll to kick ass.
Yeah.
Now lean back here, let that happen.
I'm fine with y'all fighting each
I
other.
got a 2.
You gotta.
Ah!
You have to get rid of a piece of gum. It doesn't work, and just then.
No, it doesn't.
Just then, there's nothing that seems to be happening. You get this sense, this feeling that washes over you. You can't quite describe it, but it is a feeling that you are somehow tied to these two individuals from wherever you're coming from wherever you were. The last thing you remember, well, you don't necessarily want to reveal that right now, but from that point to now, you get this feeling that you're tied to these two individuals and that for whatever reason, you've got unfinished business with them and you cannot bring any harm to them. So
Go.
What is this? What's the hand motion thing?
that's annoying.
That's arthritis, I think.
I
Isn't this working?
I see.
Early
you,
50s, that
You
set in
think
for
you're
me.
like a Jedi or something, like trying to use the Force. I get it.
Don't insult me.
Luke
bud.
Skywalker's a Jedi, became really popular. Everyone's like just trying to be him. I get it.
Wait, this Luke Skywalker is a Jedi?
Yeah.
Yeah, you never heard of him?
No,
How have you never heard of Luke Skywalker? Everyone knows who that is.
obviously not.
The name Skywalker rings a bell, but not Luke.
Okay.
But you start to
Got it.
think, and you're like, wait a minute, I think I remember that name. I think. And just then, you get a little notification on Jimbo Farts' data pad. So Dax, you pull that up, and there seems to be like a time limit that Jimbo had to be somewhere at a certain time.
We have one. Oh, time's up. Oh, I think I'm reading it wrong. Hang on. No.
Okay, cool. You have an hour left. You thought
We
you had
have
a
an
minute
hour.
left.
One
you have an
hour.
hour left.
I'm sorry,
So
one
you guys have
hour.
got an hour to make it to Jinbo's his speeder that he parked somewhere, his car, whatever equivalent, and then from there he's booked a flight off of Coruscant to another unnamed planet.
Sweet, we're gonna go to a planet and we can name it whatever we want when we get there.
Now, right below that,
Great.
right below that, you see that he has some contact information that he was never able to give to you guys because Kim's character killed him.
There's a bunch of contacts here. Leia, Obi-Wan. I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, he's got all the good
Han
ones.
Solo,
He's got the whole set.
Damn.
I recognize a name and I go,
Snaggletooth. Hammerhead.
Great.
Jabba. These are crazy names. I don't know any of these people. Bosk, I've heard of him.
Oh, I know
that guy.
these people.
You know these people?
Yeah.
Who's 3CPO?
Said hangs out with Luke Skywalker. I don't know.
Sounds
He's a
like you do
droid.
know.
And then there's a file in there that pops up and says that you had an appointment today, Jinbo, and it was to give the information to Dax, Randall, and then just the initials SS. And it says that there's a contact point in Bespin. That that's what the information that you're supposed to relay to those three individuals.
Oh.
That's my name, that's your name, and you
is.
must be SS. Now, what does SS stand for?
why would I tell you?
Because otherwise, we're going to call you SS. You like that? Is that cool?
I'm gonna kill you anyways. Call me whatever you want.
Do that thing again, that magic
She's
thing you did.
lovely.
Do it. Go. Free shot. See, I've been alive for a long time, and I have a feeling that we are all tied together for
I
some
take
purpose.
one end of my lightsaber, I activate it, and I try to stab it through.
Go for it.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay.
Yes.
Roll to kick ass.
Roll to kick ass.
Damn.
Oh gosh, it is a
nine.
9.
It's a 9.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, so you bust out your lightsaber,
Just one end.
just
yes.
one end, and then you try to stab Dax Gusto.
Yeah, Dax Gusto.
Dax Gusto.
I should have died long ago. You're not going to kill me.
You right before it is about to make contact, and it would have been a direct kill hit right through the heart, wherever Dax's
Well,
heart's
you're not asking me to
located.
roll, so we
No.
don't know that. but-
That's it. There's like an invisible force field that is around Dax, and your lightsaber goes through it. And for some reason, with these two characters, you can only be rather intangible, and you can phase completely through them, and
Okay.
it's of no use.
Damn.
You can't touch me, so
It's not-
I suppose sex is out of the question, huh? I mean, it can't happen.
It was never on the table.
Well, it wasn't because we can't touch each other.
Dax, go ahead and roll to flirt. Go ahead and roll to chew gum.
All right. You think, with her, I feel like that would not be just chewing gum. She's got a lot of attitude. She's pretty sassy. Thinks she's hot shit. Here we go. I rolled a 1.
Kim, your character is surprised at the bravado, the confidence
Yep.
of this older, maybe wiser,
And very experienced Dax Gusto.
gentleman. And you just store that away. You just store that away. You plug that away. You store that away. You know, you haven't made any decisions, but you haven't necessarily closed the door. You just put it
Got
away.
a lot on my mind. First, I gotta get. Yeah,
Exactly.
There's a list of things I gotta
Business
do.
first, then pleasure? Question mark? I don't know. I don't know if your character.
Question mark.
Question mark. Exactly.
Question mark.
Exactly. And
All right. So, in
that's-
that case, can we work together, Super Six and Randall?
Are you two gonna get a room, or are we gonna get a move on?
We don't need a room we can't touch.
Great,
Right.
great.
She already came on to me and nothing happened.
below that info, Jinbo was to offer you each, no joke, 1 million credits if you were to take this job
Hold on, see that?
on Bespin.
1 million credits if we go to Bespin and then travel to some planet and name it.
Great.
Do it. Sound good?
What y'all want to do?
Let's find this speeder and get ourselves to Bespin.
Randall's down. How about you, sex slave?
Right now, I am just so distraught by I can't touch. I'm
Yeah.
incorporeal.
Yeah.
The stormtroopers
She's upset 'cause she
completely
can't touch
ignored
me.
me.
I
I
got
didn't
it.
stab this dude here.
Yep.
I couldn't choke the other one, so I just go. and
You're
don't say
into,
anything.
I guess
Don't say
you're
anything.
you're
Don't say
into
anything.
the like
She's
kind
into
of
choking.
violent evil
Choking
chicks.
and
Yeah,
stabbing.
yeah.
I've done it
Kim,
all.
do you go along with them or do you hang back and just continue to poof and be sort of ball and chained with
I'm
them?
gonna be in the background trying to escape
Got
this
it.
thing.
Every
but
time.
I keep on pooping back into
Absolutely.
this.
All right. So Randall, Dax.
Yeah.
You guys make it to Jinbo Farts' his sort of smaller speeder. It's not craft that can do that sort of light speed travel. This is just to get around Coruscant.
Right.
You make it there.
Uh-huh.
It works. You
Great.
get in, unlocked,
Awesome.
and then from there, you guys can you book yourselves a ticket to an actual ship that can get you off planet
At
and
the
head to
spaceport?
Bespin at a spaceport.
Okay.
Exactly.
So we
you
gotta
guys fly to a
Fly to
spaceport.
spaceport. Okay.
Uneventful because Jinbo kept his his vehicle on the DL.
Mm.
You make it to the spaceport. You book a passage on a
Is
ship.
there anything in this vehicle? I would search the vehicle.
All right, you search your vehicle. Roll to chew gum.
Let's do it. Whatever it is. 0. 10.
10.
That's a 10.
Yeah,
So
so I
you
thought,
try to open up the glove compartment. It was you guys are up in the air in
Right,
Coruscant,
right.
like with one of those many ships that are in those CG backgrounds. You're just
yep.
behind. You're in space traffic.
CG.
Dax, you try to open up the glove compartment.
I sure
It
do.
was booby trapped. It explodes. Everybody needs to roll to kick ass. You're now plummeting down to the ground.
Oh my God.
Free fall. Just like that scene in the Incredibles
8.
when the plane blew up and Elastigirl had to wrap up her children.
You're referencing things I don't think are from this universe.
Keep up, Dax.
6.
Six.
I'll get a 5.
Okay, fantastic. So you try to open it and you're like, hey, what's this cool thing? And it explodes. You're knocked unconscious. You're flying down to the ground.
Explosive gloves!
Randall is awake, and your ghost image just disappears. Right as soon as but right before it explodes and it gets to you, you have a look on your face of just like
Mother-
and then you disappear. So Randall, you blew out of the driver's seat because you were driving.
Right, I was driving.
Your glasses destroyed.
Oh no!
That's right. They blew off. That's right. You know, we could see your beautiful baby blues, Randall. That's right. Your glass is destroyed, so you are now less of a man. You're falling. You're free falling. You're Tom Pettying through the sky, and you look over and you see unconscious Dax. Roll to kick ass to swim your way through the air over to him.
9.
9. Beautiful. So just like the opening scene to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie,
Right.
you swing yourself, you fly yourself right through the
What you
sky.
mean when they're like
Yeah.
snowboard skydiving?
That's
Red
right.
Hot Chili
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili
playing.
Peppers right to Dax. You hug him. You start spinning out of control. Just then, Kim's character poofs into existence and then stays up into the air and then disappears and keeps poofing and going back, poofing and going back as you guys are falling. Poof, poof, poof. Keeps going. So you are falling on Coruscant. How are you going to get out of the situation? You're barely awake. You have
Right.
no glasses.
Right.
You're fucked, Randall.
Right. Well, I'm gonna Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, and I'm gonna do like some somersaults, like a tuck and roll somersault in
Sure.
the air with Dax.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like use, and as I like roll, I can use like Dax's body as like a glider.
Yeah, of course.
I'm gonna use him as a glider.
Yeah, he's a real
to just
thin,
like
wispy body.
yeah, just to like so we can like skate in a la the White Ranger landing into the streets of Coruscant.
Beautiful. Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll to kick ass.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Yeah. Poof, 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 poof.
I got a 1.
You got a 1?
Yes.
Okay. Get rid of a piece of candy. So what you try to do is you try to
It's because I lost my sunglasses.
yeah, exactly. You have no sunglasses. You try to do a couple somersaults, and what you do is you kind of do a front flip, and your center of gravity's off because of Dax.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is you slam into a nearby skyscraper. Dax first. He scrapes, bleeding his face as you're now riding him down the skyscraper. Dax is going to lose his last piece of candy, so now he's at 0. So now all he can do is kick ass, but he's unconscious. So he's now at 0. You can update that, Lucas. That'd be great. And you skid and keep skidding and keep skidding. You see a flagpole coming up. Roll to kick ass to try to grab that flagpole.
6.
6. Okay, great. So you reach out, you grab the flagpole. Now roll to kick ass again to keep hanging on to Dax.
6.
Okay, cool. So you're straining, but you're just like Captain America. You're holding on to both. Your biceps are awesome. And just in that moment, Kim's character poofs into existence and hands you your sunglasses.
Yeah!
So you got your sunglasses back.
Very generous of me.
Very generous.
Very
And now you are
overly generous.
You're floating right next to them, Kim. Your character's floating right next to Randall, an unconscious Dax, Gusto, and that's when we just wipe. And now you guys are on the street. You're dusting yourselves off.
Meanwhile,
and you-
as we're falling, I just go.
Exactly.
I don't help them.
Each time, every single time.
Yep.
So Dax is almost dead. What happened in the wipe? I'll just explain what happened in between the wipe because I just wanted to do it for efficiency's sake. But now I'm just going to explain what happened. The flagpole broke, and you slid all the way down another additional 40 stories with Dax Gusto, who fortunately. Dax Gusto's race is a very durable race.
Yeah.
So you kind of use him to brace your impact, you brace your landing. How
we
many pieces
mentioned-
of candy do you have? Oh, you only have one? Okay, great. You
Have we
get to hold
mentioned
on
what
to
race
that.
Dax
Say
is?
again?
Have we mentioned what race Dax is?
No, we haven't. But
Cool.
it's just super durable,
Got it.
whatever it is. So you land on that bottom floor of Coruscant, and you also land in a pile of garbage, and it's really soft and squishy garbage, and Dax gets most of that.
Ugh.
So now you have an unconscious Dax. You crawl yourself up out of this dumpster, I guess. And Kim's character poofs back into existence right next to you guys, but you're on the ground. So you have got about 15 minutes to get to the spaceport because you've already bought your tickets. They're in your name. They're on your data pad.
Right.
You still have your data pad. You still have. You don't have the keys anymore because they were in the car. That car is gone. But now you've got maybe some Coruscant officials, maybe some denizens of the Empire looking for you guys because y'all just exploded and then bodies plummeted. It happens more often than people like to admit on Coruscant, but still, you gotta hide. What's
We gotta
next?
get out. Damn it! What kind of incompetent moron can't open a glove compartment? All right.
What a dick.
What a dick!
No, Randall.
Me? Yeah,
I'm
I
just
am.
saying that to the
You're
audience.
right.
What a
Thank
dick.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. Are there any like people going by at
Oh, yeah,
like
a ton.
Okay, but like
Ton.
in vehicles, like low level?
No, this is just like a sidewalk. A couple of vehicle levels up above, you start to get some sort of like little speeder bike type stuff. But right now, there's just like access to certain elevators that can take you up.
Okay. So here's what I want to do. I want to take everyone in one of those elevators, and we're gonna jump out of a window at the nearest car, and it's gonna be a heist. We're gonna like jack the speeder and make them drive us to the spaceport.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty kick-ass,
Yeah.
in fact. All right.
Do we
All right, I'll
have
give
to
you
take
that.
this one with us? Because he's practically dead as it is.
Listen, I don't know why, but apparently all three of us are supposed to work together. Otherwise, why would you keep poofing back into existence in our presence when you are clearly trying to run away?
The Force works in mysterious ways.
All right, well, mysteriously force this guy with us into this elevator. We gotta get on a ship.
Do I still have my seeker droids on me?
Your what?
My seeker droids?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I take 2 of my seeker droids, and I have them attach themselves to his ankles, and they drag him. with
Oh,
us.
fantastic. So,
Nice.
for the audience at home, in case you're not aware what seeker droids are, what do they look like and how's he being dragged?
They kind of look like they're about the size of about pro droids.
Yeah, they're little.
But they have like little clampy, yeah.
So are they
appendages.
floating or are they going?
They're floating.
They
Okay,
float,
great.
yeah.
Okay, great. So cool.
But they
so
can attach themselves
Dax
to things
Gusto's
and-
upside
yeah.
down. His head is touching the ground. It's being dragged, picking up garbage and whatnot. You guys get into this elevator.
Yeah, we're gonna bust through a door and into the elevator.
Okay,
and then,
calm down. All
yeah,
right, calm
and
down.
then-
You're in the. I'm giving you that. You're in the
Okay.
elevator. It's fine. And now, as you guys are going up, bing, 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 you see that there starts to be a higher volume of vehicles and people, passersby, and all that stuff, and it's kind of out there in the sky. But the problem is just like the Luxor in Las Vegas, the building's going like this, and the vehicles are kind of getting further and further away. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So roll to kick ass before you miss your opportunity to jump on a vehicle.
Okay. 4.
4. Okay.
3.
3. Fantastic. That's not great, but still, you technically did it. Fine. So right when you see a popsicle-looking sort of speeder bike that Ray has in The Force Awakens type of
The
vehicle.
Magnum bar.
That chocolate bar? Yeah, the fudge bar. As that's going by, you decide, now's our opportunity. Now! And you guys throw the seeker droids through the window first so that Dax's legs are getting dragged first. And they jump over to the chocolate bar. Dax's unconscious body knocks over the driver. It was another innocent child, another innocent young person.
What the hell? Why are
12 years
kids
old.
going to bars and driving on Coruscant?
It's you know.
What kind of place is this, man?
They're 16 years old. They just got their license, and they look over and they go, "Oh man!" And they get knocked over, and this pimple-faced kid falls to his death, and he's super dead. So for those of you keeping track at home of the death count, add that teenage kid.
Yep.
So Dax kicks it off, and then Dax's body slumps over this chocolate bar. Kim's ghost character.
Do I just poof on it?
Ghost, yeah, actually jumps through really cool. Shards of glass go through you, doesn't matter. You land on the vehicle, and you're able to solidify and grab onto it.
Oh,
So you're
okay.
on it right as it's going by. And then Randall does a really kick-ass front flip.
Yeah.
Opens it up and lands onto the driver's seat and takes off. Okay, so you guys have about 8 minutes to get to the spaceport.
We're gonna fly this chocolate bar. This
Roll to
speeder
kick
thing.
ass.
Yeah, but we're gonna like barrel roll and slide in.
Okay,
Yeah.
kick ass.
For 8 straight minutes.
Yep. 7.
Ooh, really, really good. Okay,
Yeah.
great. So for the next 8 straight minutes, instead of taking a straight shot, which it only would have taken you 4, you decide to barrel roll.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it needs to be going so fast that each time Dax's body's about to slip off, it catches it again.
It looks
Randall, you barf,
Okay.
but it just immediately leaves your body and goes somewhere. We don't know, because it's
Okay.
just spinning so fast.
It was worth it to look that cool.
It was worth it to look that cool.
Yeah.
So just like Grand Central Station has that like big overarching like huge high ceiling thing, there's just people like walking around like, coming up next on the space, bing, bing. This is the spaceport we're talking about.
Yeah.
Your next flight is going to be, bing, bing. And it's a really nice little quiet sort of busy spaceport, and then and this vehicle lands on the ground, skids. You guys are all thrown from the vehicle. It explodes right in a homemade lemonade stand of, again,
Another
8-year-old kid.
Oh no!
And he's
What
vaporized
kind of
instantly.
irresponsible parents are letting their 8-year-old set up
At a
in a speedy
spaceport.
spaceport?
You guys, well, their parent was right next to them, also obliterated, also dead. The dad's like, ah! And then dies in this fiery explosion. You guys look up, you clean some of the vomit off of your chin.
Yep.
You look over in the corner, a bunch of stormtroopers are already making their way towards you, but you got to catch your flight. You've got 14 seconds to make it into a door that is 15 seconds away. Roll to kick ass.
Damn!
2 of you.
Okay.
5.
This is a 4.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You guys made it. So you're running, but the problem is that the seeker droids crapped out.
Oh no!
They're out. Also, they were
On
ghosts.
top of everything else, my seeker droids crapped out.
That's true. And also, they
Okay.
were ghosts.
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna use the body of Dax to be like a slip and slide, so we can make it to
fantastic.
that door in time.
Funnily enough, right next to the explosion, there's a river of blood that is just seeking out onto the
Perfect.
ground. But it's right in front of the door you guys need to make it to.
Great.
So it's, it's slip and slide time.
Yeah.
So you throw Dax's body,
Yep.
and then it starts to gain momentum once it hits the blood.
Right.
The
And
blood
we
of the
all
child.
jump
on
onto
it.
Dax.
Yeah! Yeah, and you make it. Yeah, you guys made it. You guys
Yeah.
made it. So you're in, the door closes, ding! And it's like, you made it onto the flight, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Somebody checks you in, doesn't ask any questions because they're bad at their job, and you guys board the flight, and just then, Dax wakes up.
Well, Nautilus sunrise coming up.
Very nice. Dax, you've got the blood of an 8-year-old child all over your face.
Do I know it's from an 8-year-old child?
Nope. Do you know it's from an 8-year-old
I'm
child?
just gonna reach into my jacket and pull out some more of that wine from before.
Beautiful.
We made it already.
You saved some of the wine?
Sure did.
All right. You guys are on your way to...
Why is there barf behind my ear? The hell is that?
Don't worry about it, man.
It was Randall.
You barfed in my ear?
You exploded our speeder.
What the hell are you talking about? It exploded nothing.
Yeah, you did.
Didn't explode anything.
Pretty sure you did.
I'm pretty sure I did not.
You tried to search a glove compartment, and instead, you exploded the speeder.
Agree to disagree.
No.
We made it, didn't we?
At this point, you guys have been traveling light speed. You're almost to Bespin, more specifically Cloud City. That's where this contact, the directions on Jinbo Farts' datapad is, and you guys are almost there. And I would say roughly about a third of your journey is pretty much wrapping up. Lucas, you're gonna let me know when that hour's up, right? Okay, great. All right. I don't know how much more time's left in the hour, but it could be winding down for that first tier. All right, so you guys land at Cloud City because you were traveling light speed. No real issues, no problems or anything. And you land at the spaceport, you undock, everybody leaves, and now you are in Cloud City. It's gorgeous. There's clouds. It's a city. It's got that nice like magic hour, like it's always kind of dusk, no matter what. You know, that's just how the planet works. It's weird.
Are there windows in a lot of the buildings so we can see the outside, or is it the original version where there aren't windows and we cannot see the beauty outside?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Okay.
But the spaceport was like a building, but then as soon as you walk outside of the spaceport, you are in Cloud City.
Yeah.
And from there, you have to, just like the Jetsons, take little flying cars to different sort of buildings on those long sticks, do whatever it is you have to do. But you've got the directions where your contact's supposed to be at a library of all places here in Cloud City. So what do you guys want to do next?
Library.
Yeah, that's where we got to go to the library, I guess. Not very exciting, but
Guy, I think he's smart or something.
the guy named Farts, or the guy we're
No,
meeting?
the guy we're meeting. Why is he hanging out at a library? That's lame.
I guess. I mean.
All right.
maybe
I guess
cool.
it's inconspicuous.
Where is it? Let's go. Let's
All
go to
right.
the library. Are you with us now, or are you still like doing the poof thing?
I guess I'm not doing the poof thing anymore. I'm just disappointed you two are still alive.
She's playing hard to get. You do
Yeah.
that, sexy soldier.
All right, guys. So one of you guys are going to need to roll to chew gum to pilot, or rather, to get all of you guys onto like a sort of a space bus to head over to the library.
To get one of you two should probably roll. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I can do anything complicated, right?
Kim, why don't you roll to chew gum
To chew gum, all right.
to get you guys with no problems onto a vehicle?
I got a 3.
You got a 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So here's what happens. There is a space bus. It's the shortest distance. Otherwise, you guys are going to have to walk, and that also means like jump from building to building here in Cloud City because there's really no way to get around. I mean, y'all are in the clouds. So you go up to the space bus, and there's this little old lady who's piloting it. And she's like, "Well, welcome aboard, right this way. We're headed to the library." And then Kim, you try to ask her to let yourself and your compatriots board. So go ahead.
Old lady. Let us
You're
on.
mean. You can't just
And
call
it
someone
doesn't
old
work.
lady.
She closes the door.
Ma'am, let me
I
apologize.
used-
No, wait.
Oh,
She flew away. What are you trying to do?
I was actually trying to stop the doors with the force.
Roll to kick ass.
Okay.
yes.
4.
You're too mad. You drag the bus down into the bowels of hell, and the old lady and all of the nuns that were on that bus crash, and there were 16 of them, and a choir boy, and he was 5. He was real cute. Crash
getting
down
younger.
onto a building, and then a bunch of emergency vehicles show up to shoot water onto it. The sort of like flying fire trucks, that kind of thing. But you notice now that the fire trucks have actually created a little bit of a daisy chain.
Like
You
a
guys
pattern
can,
that we
like
could
a little pattern. You guys can jump if you be so inclined.
Yeah, but it's got to be like an awesome jump because it's athletic. Because you got to jump from fire truck. It's not just like skipping stones, man. It looks
we're
real
jumping
cool.
from one building to another.
Yeah,
building?
we're like
No,
Mario Brothers.
You're jumping
again.
from a building to a
Fire truck on
like a
fire
flying
truck.
fire
Fire
truck
truck.
that's putting out the fire of the bus that you just
Yeah.
destroyed.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Describe it again, Randall.
It's like Super Mario Brothers, even though that's not a reference in this world, where it's like you gotta like run and you jump like this and it looks real cool and you land on the top of the fire truck and then jump onto your next location.
All right, everybody roll to kick ass.
That with a spin.
Yeah. I got a 9.
I got a 6.
Nice.
And I got a 1. Just what I needed.
Fine.
I did.
Technically, it is what you needed. That's right, Dax. So you're in the very back. You're like the toad of the group. We've got a couple of Marios and Luigis, and you're like the toad. Who rolled higher? You had a 6.
I had a 6.
I had a
You had a
9.
9? Okay, great. So, Randall, you take point on this. You know exactly, you line up the angle. You know that these fire trucks are kind of getting into position as they're getting to line up and shoot their hose onto this building and put it out. And there's authorities behind you too. A bunch of stormtroopers are just running over. Hey, did you kill that old lady and of all those people? And they're getting their rifles ready. Stop, halt,
And I yell back, yes!
halt, in the name of the Empire. But that's when you decide to run, get a running jump. You do this nice little triple jump, just like Mario if you're on the East Coast, or Mario if you're correct. And once you jump off of the fire truck, you do this beautiful sort of swan dive through the clouds.
Yep.
But then, in that very moment, the next fire truck raises up through the clouds, and you're just on it, and you're just like this,
Right.
signaling to your homies. Kim, you run and jump, and you're incredibly athletic, even in your afterlife, or whatever it is that you're going through. And you just sail through. You don't have to do any flips. It's just kind of a one move, like the clouds move, they part, and you land right on that second fire truck that Randall is on. And Dax, you head toward the edge of the building, and you go, it's Dax's turn to shine. And then you slip on some of your pee from earlier. That you
Or
still
do I?
You absolutely do. You slip and go, whoop, shit, and you tumble backwards and triple backflip down below. But then Kim's character grabs you with the force, brings you up to the truck, so you're fine.
Dax is here. Made it.
That's it. All right. So
Piece of cake.
you have got a fire person, a fireman, a firewoman in this truck, freaking out that 3 people landed on you.
Are
What do you
we
guys wanna
like
do?
at the library yet?
No, couple
Great.
blocks away. Couple blocks away.
Hey,
Fire
Dax
person?
Gusto, we are here to get to the library. We need to get to the library immediately. We
Roll
have
to
something
chew
very
gum.
important to do.
Yeah.
Roll to chew gum.
Chewing gum's gonna be hard as hell.
He can't chew gum.
No.
0.
Oh!
10.
You rolled a 10.
0.
Oh, fantastic. Okay,
Is it
great.
like an ace? It can be a high or a low.
No,
Where do you play poker, boy?
You rolled a 10. I
Yeah.
don't play poker. I play Sabic. So you rolled a
Sabat?
10. Yeah.
Chris Sabat?
Yeah, Chris. I play Chris Sabat. I play Chris
That's a game.
Sabat. I play solitaire against Chris
You
Sabat.
play him.
That's right.
You play him.
That's
So you
true.
play solitaire against.
Yes, to try to get a high
Chris
score.
Sabat.
And every time I
That
beat it,
doesn't-
every time
okay.
every time I beat him, he's like Kakarot. Awesome. It's great.
It doesn't
We're
sound
homies
like
like
that.
that. We're tight.
All right.
We're tight.
So, how many children died?
Good question. There's no kids around. You're fine. It's
Oh, well, I think a
Cloud
few
City,
times
baby.
there were likely to be no kids around.
It's Cloud City, baby.
There's a lot of kids.
Here's what
around.
happened. You yelled at him too much.
Sure
so he
did.
jumps out of the vehicle. He's very, very scared.
Yeah.
Before he realizes that he's in the clouds, and then he plummets to his death. This guy. So now you have a truck that's going. Nobody's piloting it.
Right.
Nobody's piloting it.
I'm gonna. Does it have like a rear view mirror like on a fire truck in the real world?
Why? What?
Because
Sure,
I want to.
there's
I'm
a
gonna
rearview
grab
mirror
the mirror.
inside?
Yeah, because we landed on top of the fire
Yeah.
truck. I'm gonna grab onto the mirror and like
Oh, on the
propel
side.
propel myself into the
Roll
driver's
the
seat.
kick
I'm
ass.
gonna
I
kick
like
out
it.
the
Roll
window.
the kick ass, Randall.
2. Oh, I only have 1, so I'm good.
Okay, great. So
You're gonna kick ass like my jump.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
It's gonna
So,
work, but barely.
You grab onto the side view
Yeah.
mirror, and then you swing around, and the window fortunately happens to be open. And right when you swing, the side view mirror breaks off and plummets down into the abyss below, so that your compatriots can't do the same thing. But at least you're inside.
Okay.
You're lying down, and then you get up, and now you're piloting it.
All right.
Okay.
Hold on tight.
Roll to chew gum to safely get you guys to the library.
Oh God.
You rolled a 6? Oh man. Okay, so here's the deal. On flanking the library is a space orphanage and a space nursery.
When you say space nursery, you mean space plants?
Yeah.
plants.
But space sentient plants that are babies and were just born and real cute. Real cute baby sentient plants.
Those are the
Like
best.
all baby Groots. It's a whole nursery of baby Groots.
Baby Groots?
Yeah.
I don't know what
So,
that reference either.
And just dancing to some Jackson 5.
They're from the planet X. So Randall, are you swerving left or right?
I'm gonna swerve right.
Okay, fantastic. You're freaking out. You're losing control of the vehicle. Oh! You swerve right to avoid the library, obviously, because you need that intact.
Right,
and
right.
you land right in the space orphanage. Crash through the ceiling. Land into, thank God, an empty auditorium. All these kids run in. Oh my God! Whoa, cool! A fire truck! Whoa, awesome! Cool! You guys get down.
Hold on.
What's up?
I want to check the glove compartment.
Okay. Sounds good. Roll to chew gum.
Sure. 8.
You rolled an 8. Okay, you open the glove compartment, and there's a weird, like, joystick in there. You don't know what it is. You grip it. Of course, you immediately
What else
grip it.
would you do?
That's what
That's what you
Dax
do.
does.
Dax is going to figure out what this is.
Dax
Dax found something!
Dax
And
embraces
right then,
life.
a robotic ladder shoots up and just swipes all of the children and slams them all up against the wall. And there's an unearthly screech that happens. There is a scream that can be best described as souls being ripped apart. It's
Right.
something that you will remember until the last day of your life. And then there's a big scrack, like a cartoony sound effect of blood that just looks like a ketchup on the wall. And right then, Sister Space Mary Catherine walks in, and she says, "Oh dear Space Jesus, what has happened? What has transpired here? All of the poor orphans ran in here so excited to see."
Well, cool your jets there. I just found this little joystick button. When you push it, it makes it sound like people's souls screaming. Listen.
Roll to chew gum to calm down Sister Mary Space Catherine.
3.
You rolled a 3. Okay, great. So you pull out your space whip and you choke her to death because you freak out. You can't have witnesses.
Okay, sure. I don't know that I would have chosen to do that, but
It's now real quiet in this orphanage. I think it's time for y'all to leave. There's nothing left for here to do. What do you guys want to do?
Leave the orphanage and go to the library. Guys, listen, I kept the place we needed intact. What's a few lives
What a douchebag.
for the greater good
douchebag.
of the Rebel Alliance?
Fantastic.
Or
yes, let's
whoever we're working
proceed
for.
because there was nothing in that glove compartment worth a damn.
Exactly.
I just checked the bodies using the Force, trying to see if any one of them is Force sensitive.
Oh, the bodies?
Just
Oh,
quickly.
all that's left
Just
is red
quickly.
blood cells and midichlorians.
So I can't. So
There's nothing left.
but there were midichlorians.
But
that
their
Did
counts
you
are
remember
low.
your
Their
Gillette
counts are
razor
low.
so you
Okay.
can test for midichlorians?
Their counts are
Yeah.
real low.
No, I just go. That's for me to do, and I leave.
Damn, SS, you're cold, SS.
I had a job to do.
You guys make it over to the library.
Yeah.
You go in, and you have some information on your data pad that just says children's section, which is weird. So that's where you guys are heading towards. You guys are
Okay.
heading towards.
I feel like this is the worst place the three of us should be heading towards.
Whatever. And I just knock like 8 books off the shelf as we're walking to the children's section.
Believe me, I wouldn't be here at all, but it appears like I have no choice in this situation. So let's just go.
Why do you hate books so much?
I don't hate books, man. I just
Reading is fundamental. Have you never heard this?
listen, it's like I'm just trying to keep things interesting. You
Hey,
know?
Super sex pot.
Don't
Tell
tell me
her
that.
why books are cool.
I'm a man, obviously.
Him. Well, you can't tell with the shades. I can usually tell
Wait,
by
you can't
by-
tell somebody based on not being able to see their eyes?
I have worked all my life to not be able to tell the difference between a man or a woman.
Dax, go ahead and
You
roll
can have
to
anyone
chew
in
gum. Dax, roll to chew gum to diffuse the situation. But wait, good news is,
Yes.
our first hour is ended.
Oh!
So
already
situation
started-
diffused.
We've already started the second hour, right, Lucas?
Oh! Do we
The
get
first
our...
hour's diffused. You'll get here in a
Candy
second.
back?
But all of your candies are going to revert back to 8.
Ooh.
Oh,
I could have done anything. I ruined that
now
moment.
you're up at 8, and now you're going to roll to chew gum, less than 8, Dax, to diffuse the situation, that awkward situation with Randall.
All right, I am diffusing this situation by kissing you.
Oh, shit.
7.
All right. You, I don't know what the fuck, why you're doing this, but you lean over, you grab Randall
Yeah.
by his gorgeous face.
Yes, I do.
And you don't even take his shades off.
No.
And you give Randall a passionate, passionate French space kiss.
Come here, Randall. Come here.
It's full on tongue.
The lights aren't even off.
Lights
Now,
aren't even off.
I'm telling you, with the sunglasses, no difference. Doesn't
I-
matter. Good kiss, by the way.
Don't know what just happened.
Randall, roll to chew gum to figure out what just happened. Right then, a side character, who of course has an action figure made of them, the librarian, named Carnt Panada,
Carnt
comes
Panada?
over because Carnt was real mad that you knocked over all the books.
Right.
But as soon as Carnt, that's K-A-R-N-T, sees you all French kissing, just like slowly backs away.
I rolled
Carnt is one of those cool three-eyed
right,
aliens.
right.
whatever
I
that
rolled a
is.
2.
You rolled a 2.
Yeah.
So you know exactly what's going on, Randall. You know exactly what's going on.
Got it. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah. All right, so you guys made it your way to the kids section. You look around. There's a bunch of children's books. There's no kids. It's fine. It's fine. Relax. You see a display for the new popular children's picture book.
Right.
Which
it's
is
like
called
Ewoks. It's just like an Ewok it's one of those pop-up books, right?
yeah, it's a pop-up Ewok book. Yeah.
Yeah, with like fuzzy Ewoks, because they're like the ones you can put your fingers through, and there's like the finger puppets.
Yeah, it's called Let's Go for an Ewok.
You are into some
That's what
crazy shit, Randall. Wow.
Yeah,
Listen.
it's called Let's Go for an Ewok. And the parent, that's what it's called. It's a super popular book. In fact, there's even a like a little standee next to it because it's like they must have like a signing.
Like a
or something.
display?
Right.
Okay.
Who's it
There's a
written
display.
by?
What's that?
Who's it by? The author?
The author is
Wicked.
The author is Sliz Toden.
Sliz Toden.
Sliz Toden.
Great.
Toad.
For those keeping track at home, that's 2 Z's. Sliz Toden.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Because
Are you drunk right now?
the Force, no, I'm not drunk.
okay.
This is just how I talk, man.
Lucas, can I get a drink? Can you bring me out something?
I'll tell you what's going on. Randall's drunk off my kiss. That's what's happening.
That's right.
That was a little,
Yeah.
that was a little
Drunk
intense.
in love.
Listen,
We
okay.
be all night.
Dax knows how to use his tongue.
Listen, okay. Here's the deal, though. I felt like a really strong pull in
You're
the
welcome.
Force.
You're welcome.
Force towards like probably the dark side.
Ooh.
Well,
Does like something happen
Just then,
to us?
a box, you don't know from where, is kicked in your guys' direction. And it just lands right in front of you, Randall.
All
Small
right.
box. It's like a shoebox
Cool.
type thing.
I'm gonna open it.
You open it up. Little latch opens up, this cool little robotic looking box. You open up and there's 3 guns in there.
Dang.
There's 3 blasters.
Oh.
Not super big, not too small, but 3 blasters in there. So you pull one out, you inspect it.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna keep it.
You can keep it. Do you recognize this blaster? Do you know what it is?
Do I?
No, you don't. You've never seen it before. It's a
Okay.
new model. Well, it's kind of based on an older model, but there's like a weird addition to it.
Okay.
So, all right, you're gonna just hold on to it.
Well, is there like a book nearby of like blasters?
Yeah.
Great. I'm gonna look through the blaster manual and try to figure out what these cool blasters are.
Sounds good. This is alcoholic. No, it's not. It's just Coca-Cola. Cool. In the back of the blaster's book, you notice the new gun. It's a brand new model. This is an LS-47 model.
Cool.
This is a rifle that shoots lightsabers.
Dang.
Lightsabers.
You heard what I said? You
All
heard what
right.
I said, Kim? So now you guys have 3 of them.
3 of these LS-47s? Great.
And just then you hear a voice coming from the kids section.
Okay, cool. I'm willing to share with Dax here.
Okay.
I'm keeping 2 of them for
You're
myself.
keeping 2?
Yeah, well, if SS won't even tell me her name, like, I don't
Okay.
think she gets one of these.
Oh, I mean, don't give my sexy samurai such a hard time. Okay?
Just then you hear a voice from the kids section somewhere.
What's the?
The voice.
I want you to. We'll have our moment. There's something will happen.
The voice says,
Listen, I just kissed her to prove a point. Don't be jealous.
Him.
Are you fucking kidding me over here? Are you trying to tell me that you didn't recognize the new LS-47s? And just then, the Let's Take an Ewok display just comes to life, and it's a fucking Ewok for real that's been hiding out like E.T. in the movie E.T. with all a bunch of stuffed animals.
Tonight, the part of the Ewok will be played by Danny DeVito.
That's right. Pretty close. That's right. Just stumbles over to you.
Oh, that's definitely
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
If it's not it's a little Dennis Franz, NYPD Blue, but I'll take Danny DeVito. Just comes over. Hey, all of yous mooks, I'm your contact. You in the right place? You fucking better be. Yeah, I'm an Ewok. Yeah, I taught myself how to talk. Who cares?
Great.
I feel like you're just monologuing now.
The name's Chib Chub.
Chib Chub.
The Chib Chub?
No, I'm Chib Chub. I'm
The
the Chib Chub.
Yours.
Oh, so you must have heard of
Wait.
the legendary human Chib Chub.
Yeah, I once worked with a man named Chib Chub. I didn't know why are you?
Was he wearing sunglasses? Are you sure it was a man?
Well, I'm the new Chib Chub. Chib Chub was the head of an experimental unit that the Rebel Alliance was using.
Yeah.
And that son of a bitch made me the Ewok I am today. He died just last week.
How?
It's another story for another time, doll. All you gotta know is this. I'm the new Chib Chub, and I took his name to honor his memory and his legacy.
What was your name before it was Chib Chub?
Unpronounceable by a human tongue.
Oh,
Well, I'm
I
not
want you to
human,
say
try
it,
me.
though.
What's that?
I want-
I'm not human. Try me.
You're close enough, Toots.
I want-
Toots? Your name was...
Yeah.
It was Toots?
Fine.
Or what?
I'll give you my Ewok name.
Okay.
Bear in mind, I didn't grow up on the moon of Endor. I was snatched from my family as a little baby cutesy Ewok.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know how to say my name though, and it went such as this. Unpronounceable by a human tongue.
Cute. Yeah, it's
Cute.
It's pretty,
Yeah, it's charming.
pretty goddamn
What
adorable.
the fuck did you just say to me, dude?
I said that
did
you were-
just call me
you're a
cute?
fucking
Did you
Ewok!
just rub my lamp?
I did. I fucking called you cute.
Chib Chub is gonna take a swing at your nuts. Roll to kick ass to avoid getting swung. Yeah, roll a 9 or a 10 or an 8.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
6. Damn.
Boom! Right in the nuts, Randall. Lose a piece of candy.
See, I told you I was mad.
Son of a bitch, you are.
Oh yeah, that's a man. I
Well,
can tell.
He can kiss. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Damn good
absolutely.
kisser.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just have to take your word for it. Dax, Gusto,
Gusto. That's Gusto.
Gusto,
That's,
Dax, Gusto.
I feel like I should be exploring the oceans. Is what you're saying. That's not right.
Chib Chub grabs Randall by the collar. Don't you ever fucking call me cute, you worthless sack of shit. Throws you down to the ground.
Besides, he's an ugly fucking. You can see that.
Nice. Pulls out a cigar and lights it. Stogie, right here in the library. Just then a small child walks by with a parent.
I'm
and is
gonna pick up
excited.
that child and light that child and stick it in my mouth. Yes.
Okay, roll to chew gum. Can you do that?
That's chew gum.
Yeah, man, it's not
That seems
kicking ass.
difficult.
It's real fucked up, but it's not
Sure.
kick ass.
7.
Plus, you have 9.
How many pieces do you have? You have 9?
Oh, dang. You got
Okay, great.
piece.
Yeah.
You attempt to pick up the child, and the child goes, "Oh no, a stranger!" And the parent's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then the dad tries to swing at you. So roll to kick ass to avoid getting punched in the face by this dad.
What's going on here with this?
Roll to kick ass.
I don't want.
You've got the kid in your hands.
8.
Dang.
But you got 9. You couldn't pull it off. All right, so you get punched in the face, lose a piece of cum, lose a piece of candy, lose a piece of cum. Keith, lose it. It's a combination of candy gum.
Hey, peace. How cold is it
Are you
outside?
sure there's just Coke in there?
Lose a piece of candy then. Go ahead, get rid
I
of it.
feel like it's pretty damn cold if I'm losing
Candy.
a piece of scum.
You're definitely shriveling up. So you lose one. You're down to 8. Okay, fantastic.
8.
This dad has punched you right in the face.
Ugh.
And right then, Chip Jup says, hey, what the hell's the matter with you? Get out of here. Hey, get out of here. And he pats the kid's hair because you did light it on fire. You did pick up this child and light it on fire. But it's that curly-haired kid. He looks just like the kid from Bad Santa. So he was a real heavy mother.
I think that was
to
a
bring him
little
up.
person.
You know what it was? It was.
Yeah, it wasn't a child.
It was not a child. It was a full-grown adult
Full-grown
little
man,
person.
little person, yes.
But still taller than Chip Chup. But Chip Chup says, hey, get out here, and lets those 2 civilians get out of here.
I deserve that.
All right. Hey, what the hell is the matter with you? Well, I guess this is what happens when the Rebel Alliance reaches across the tracks and gets seedy mother effers like yous.
The Rebel Alliance has been reaching across the track to get me for quite some time.
Yeah.
I don't think this slutty sister here wants
I
anything
feel
to do
like-
with the Rebel Alliance.
You and me, Chip Chub, I feel like we're in the same category.
Mm-hmm. He's a good kisser. Did I mention that?
Roll to kick ass, Randall. Just roll to kick ass. Roll more than 8.
Great. More than
Roll
seven.
more than 7. 7 or higher.
Sure. 4.
A 4, great. Another shot to the nuts. Lose a piece of candy. Don't you ever compare us. The only human I can ever be compared to, his name was Chip Chup, and he was like a father to me. Sucks back up a tear into his eyeball. And let's get a move on, yous. We got an incredibly important mission to undertake, and we need your types of skills and know-how and daring do to get us there. I got a broken down junker. Last I heard, you were an ex-mechanic. You gonna be able to fix this, Dax?
I'm retired, but I can come out of retirement for that. Seems fair enough. I just want to know how you suck that teardrop back up. You have some kind of special...
Yeah, it's an
teardrop?
Ewok trick. Don't worry about it. Only
wasn't
Ewoks
worried.
can
I
do
just-
it.
Just curious is all. Let me go fix it.
All right, right this way. White, star white, to a broken down sort of junkyard here on Cloud City.
Since Watto coming.
What's that?
Nothing.
You sense what coming? Don't even worry about it.
Who?
Oh, maybe depending on how
I said,
this.
Watto, you want me to fix?
What do I want you to fix? That over there. And he points to a really high class spaceship that's going to be able to get you off planet, being piloted by yourself, so you don't have to attach yourself to a transport to go from planet
Hell
to
no.
planet, just like you did from Coruscant to Bespin. So you are now going to attempt to fix the engine of this beautiful silver craft. It looks just like the thing from the Phantom Menace that Queen Amidala was getting carted around in. That's what we're looking at. But it hasn't been used since the old Clone War days. So it's broken down, junking down. It looks rusty. It's not shiny. It's not sleek. It's gross. There's panels missing from it. There is a barely working right engine and a functioning left one. But you need to work on the main engines to get this sucker off planet so that you can make it to your next destination.
Well, let's get to work.
Roll to chew gum, all 3 of you.
Okay.
We got all of this?
Great, I got a 9.
You got a 9.
But except you rolled like this. That wasn't
So
a
you
roll.
got a 9. What'd you roll?
8.
I got whatever, it was a roll.
Oh, fantastic. So you barely made it. So still lose a piece of candy, but you made it, Kim. You made
Okay.
it. And you rolled a 5. Wonderful. Fantastic. Okay, great.
7.
So Randall is attempting to help by bringing over the spare parts that
Right.
Chib Chub was able to acquire through illegal means on the black market out here in the Star Wars space, in the galaxy, and brings over a piece that that Dax called for.
Yeah.
Randall, on your way over, you trip and you fall,
Uh-huh.
and you scrape your face,
Oh.
and you lose a piece of candy for that.
I just rolled around.
Are you sure you're not drunk, Randall?
I'm positive.
All right. Do you,
You
want
could
me?
be.
You could be. And Chip Chub says, Randall, you worthless, stupid, idiotic, dumb, fucking, worthless, slimy, stinky, ugly
He was at the
shades
library getting
wearing
a thesaurus.
pieces of shit. Get out of here. Stay over there in your corner. Don't help us. Stay over there. These guys, these twos knows what they're doing.
Great.
We know exactly what we're doing. You just relax. You just keep your sunglasses on and Confuse everybody about
Also,
your
just
manhood.
apparently got a lot more candy. So.
You did?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Don't mind me while I work. I'm gonna take off my shirt there.
my
Sexual
God.
Right. I'm just
sunrise.
gonna go.
That
I'm gonna go
back
hang out in the
You're
corner,
very
and I'm
No,
just
look,
gonna.
old.
I can't even
read.
get it off.
I'm
My
gonna
muscles are
read.
too
Then
big.
put
Because
it
I'm
back
a
See
on.
that?
smart
Look at
person
See that?
No.
with an
Can't get
high
it off.
reading
I'm
level.
not that impressed.
Can't get it off. You're impressed. You
So
know it.
Dax Gusteau takes his shirt off.
Sure, gusto. I couldn't. My muscles were too big on my arms.
You couldn't take your shirt off?
Nope.
All right, roll to
But
chew
that I
gum.
hinted at it.
Roll to
You know
chew
what?
gum to flirt.
You know what time it is.
Yeah, roll to chew gum to flirt. Let's see what you get.
6.
Wonderful. You did it. You actually accidentally rip your shirt off while your sleeves stay on your very ripped biceps. But your shirt rips down the middle and kind of falls apart, falls off of your body.
See what happened there, sex slut? I just ripped my shirt and you can see all my muscles.
Kim's character can see all 18 of your nipples just right down the front of your body.
I'm human, so there's a long story to go with that.
No. Pretty short. You've got 18 nipples.
No.
Pretty
I'm,
straightforward.
I'm just saying. There's a long story to go with that. I
Long
don't think
story
we
to
have
go with that?
time for that. Just,
Each of the
My
nipples-
nickname is Scalamonger.
Each of the nipples, each of the 18 nipples
you.
has a dark circle of thick, coarse black hair.
I feel like you are just explaining the obvious
Huh?
now.
Yeah, of course. I'm just painting the picture.
That is why I am a hot catch.
Randall, what are you reading?
I'm reading the Ewok book, obviously.
Roll to chew gum right now. How dare you offend Chip Chub reading that racist book in front of him? You rolled a 5? God damn it.
I have 9. It's hard for me to not chew gum.
Okay, fair enough. So Chip Chub sees what you're reading, and he just gives you one of these. Nice. Kim, your character. You've seen a disgusting display of flirting.
Yeah.
She likes it.
It was successful. How do you
was
react?
successful?
What do you want to do?
Ugh.
I mean, he was able, according to his mind.
Hey,
According to his mind.
hey, Simon Says.
According to-
Get over here and stimulate at least one of my nipples.
No.
Did the seed that he planted earlier, did it start to sprout?
Oh, hell no.
Roll to chew gum to maintain your composure.
Chew gum? Okay.
Yes.
You better
less
roll to maintain that
7.
composure.
Get an 8!
You rolled an 8. Lose a piece of candy. As much as you'd like to remain in control, Kim,
Yeah.
something comes over you.
Uh-huh.
A heat emanating from your nether loins, your tender regions. And you didn't know that those regions could be activated in your ghostly astral
I'm
form.
a ghost!
You are a ghost. In fact, you're mostly like bluish, grayish, whitish haze, except all of a sudden, just like a heat-seeking camera, there's an orange glow that starts emanating from your tenders. And it starts making its way throughout your body, almost as if you have blood pumping through your veins yet again. And in that moment, you have a choice. You can embrace what you're feeling and maybe become closer to the living, or you can reject what you're feeling and see what happens.
You know what time it is, you sexy succubus.
I take out my lightsaber. I try to activate it through my own face.
This is a rejection? This is a hardcore rejection?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You launch it and it goes right through your head, but it doesn't hurt you. And all of the warm, nice feelings, just straight up horniness, goes away. And it disappears. Back into your nether regions. Your nether loins.
Whoa. Time and a place for everything. We'll try again later.
So this was all happening during a montage of fixing
Everybody
the
has a
engines.
death wish.
Fixing the engines. And Dax Gusto, ex-bartender, ex-bounty hunter, ex-husband, but still
And I'm
married
also a
technically.
cook. Seriously, I will
Current
make you
cook.
some tauntaun taters that are so spicy
Oh,
they'll
boy.
knock your
Ooh, that
vibro
sounds
boots
good.
off. Ooh, they're the best. They are.
You know, Chip Chub's just realizing he didn't have dinner, and he's pretty hungry for some tauntaun. Okay, let's all get on board.
I feel like Chip Chub just turned into Yogi Bear.
Hey,
Let's get the big
smarter than the other Ewok, huh?
Yeah.
Yogi Bear, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm
Get on the
taking
ship,
the-
let's go.
I'm taking the
And he's
Ewok
back.
book
He's
with
back
me.
back.
to feeling dope as shit.
I'm
You were that
taking the
close to
Ewok
sucking
book
my
with
nipple.
me.
Nope.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right.
She
Did you
was
see me
almost
try
there.
to like re-kill myself
She was
all over
almost
again?
there. She would. I just said stimulate. She could have stimulated anyway.
Chip
she
Chip's
wanted to.
sitting at a table that
Did
has
you
the
say 18
capability.
nipples?
Say again, what's that?
Did you say
18, yeah, man.
18 nipples?
9.
You missed the one on my back.
That's true.
That's
That is
it.
just counting the front. before you put your shirt back on to get on the ship, everybody catches a glimpse of your back, and there's just a giant nipple that protrudes about 6 inches off of your body. But it looks like a stylish plate, just off of your body. That's kind of squared off. Yeah. It looks like, I don't know how to describe it, like a stack of tortillas, but red. I don't know how to describe it. A stack of tortillas with that nice, bumpy, nipply region around
That's
it.
a great Star Wars reference, by the way, so we all understand.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
basically a stack of tortillas, everybody.
Tortillas
Basically.
are multi-universal.
Sure they are. Of
Right.
course.
They're in every universe.
Absolutely.
They're in every universe. That's right. Anyway, you put your shirt back on, it covers it up. Chip Chip sees that for a second and goes, ugh, ugh. What's the story behind that?
Well, behind what?
Nothing, let's get on the ship. All right, so you're on the ship. Chip Chip
Yeah.
is sitting at a table that has the capability of producing 3D chess, but he's not playing it. And he looks at the three of you, and he says, we need a pilot. Who's flying this hunk of junk?
I'll do it.
Roll the chew gum to convince Chip Chub that you can pilot this old...
2. All
right.
I'm piloting him.
All right, there's one thing I know, it's that a guy with 19 nipples knows how to fly. You got the job. All right, the rest of you get ready.
Those were the only job requirements?
It's not the first time I got a job because I had 19 nipples. It won't be the last.
It's very easy to tell when danger's afoot. Because they become erect, you see. It's a sixth sense. I'm talking to a ghost. Why am I talking to a ghost? All right, everybody, the rest of you, strap up. We're going out in outer space. And we're heading to Kessel.
All right.
Yeah. What you may not know is I spent a few years undercover after I taught myself English.
Probably not important control.
I was experimented on by the Empire. They experimented on me after I was snatched from my family. Me, adorable little...
I'm sorry. I thought that you said that you were not cute. Like, we had a conversation earlier about the fact that you don't want to be referred to as cute. Are you implying
Stop saying that word. Did I say cute?
You said
What'd I say?
adorable.
Is that the word not the
It's
same in basic as it is in Ewok?
Synonym, meaning like cute and adorable.
Cinnamon. What the fuck are you talking about,
If
If
Randall?
you
You're
want to hear them
adorable.
Talk about
again, please
cinnamon.
be my
Mean
guest
the
because I
same
can't
thing.
do it.
Randall!
There's gonna be plenty of cinnamon in the spice mines of Kessel, trust me.
Roll to kick ass.
Basically,
Or take it off.
Good, we're going light speed.
4.
4. Okay, whichever testicles of yours wasn't punched twice in a row, the other one is now hit. Boom! Don't talk back to me. I'm your superior. I'm Chip Chip. No, in Ewok, adorable means fucking rad. That's what it means. Get with the program,
That's,
brothers and sister.
I don't think that's right.
I think it's true.
Nope.
Here's what we got up against us. I've heard rumors. Out there, in the outer rim, in the underground, the black market, the gray market, the red market.
I feel like you're just naming places now.
Yeah, places I've been to, places you ain't never want to go to. Trust me. The things I seen as an Ewok, people underestimate me. I've been experimented on, but after that, I taught myself how to speak basic. So that I could help destroy the Empire as soon as possible. My people, they are simple people. They don't know what's going on out there. They like simple stuff.
Sure.
Rocks, bugs,
Trees, songs.
trees,
I know
songs.
an Ewok song. Loop dong doop dong do lo, loop dong doop dong do lo. Sing it. Loop dong doop dong do lo, loop dong doop dong do lo. You know this. Loop dong doop dong do lo, loop dong
man.
doop dong do long do.
You're making
Loop
him
dong
cry.
doop dong do lo, loop dong.
I
doop
take out my
dong
lightsaber
do.
again. I try to
Loop dong.
activate it through my chin again.
Loop dong doop dong do lo, loop dong doop dong do.
Stop! Don't you know what that song is saying?
No, I
Don't
have
you know
no
what that
idea.
song's about?
I don't know. It was upsetting
I have
you.
no
That song is about the systemic oppression, the systematic oppression and slavery of my people, the Ewoks. from the Wookiees, those motherfucks.
Because it sounds like a happy
Wait a
song to
second.
me. I mean, I feel
You got
like,
a problem with big hairy creatures?
I do.
Well, I will not show you mine. Although, sexy sister,
No.
maybe later.
Listen, Chip Chop, I think we can come to an understanding here. I hate
The lyrics roughly translate to, we were happy on a planet we were by ourselves, but then the Wookiees came and took us all. It doesn't rhyme when it translates.
Right, listen.
And now we're slaves. We're all of us slaves.
Listen.
Every single day we're slaves. We're slaves. We're
Chip
trying
Chop.
to escape.
Chip
It's
Chop.
impossible to do it. We're stuck on Kashyyyk because we're fucking slaves. Don't ever forget how we were slaves. All of our babies are used for food and dolls. The Wookiees skin us. The Wookiees eat
right,
us.
Chip
The
Chop.
Wookiees rip us in twain.
Listen,
Don't you ever forget. Don't
Chip
you
Chop.
ever forget. We are Ewoks. We're proud. We're fucking Ewoks. We're proud. We'll take you down. We're Ewoks. We're proud. But this is the darkest day of our lives. Ewoks out.
See, that's strange.
just had a
'cause
song.
I just
Are you
looked it up
fucking
on the
done yet?
space internet, and it says that the lyrics are actually, Luke, let's cook Han Solo. Luke, let's cook Han Solo. Meaning, that was bullshit. And I'm calling you on it.
Oh, dang!
Roll the kick ass.
You're free to kick this one as well, too, since I
Seven.
can't.
7 plus.
Oh, did you roll under kick ass? Look at that.
7 plus.
Lose a piece of candy. And right then, a screech similar to the sound of 24 children being squashed by a robotic arm.
I would have no idea what that would sound.
You actually know exactly what that sounds like.
Agree to disagree.
A sound similar to that happens as Chip Chup moves so fast, he literally leaves an after image of himself sitting at this table. As he leaps towards you. And before you know what happens, you're on the ground, you're bleeding from the nose, both ears, and one eye. And Chip Chup stands above you. Let that be a lesson. Don't trust nothing that nobody says about Ewoks. Except Ewoks.
I am not familiar with Ewok foreplay, but I accept your challenge. And then I leap at him and attempt the same thing back.
Oh, dang.
Throw me a 10-sided die.
Take this big one. It hasn't worked well for me.
I'm gonna be honest, I am strangely aroused.
You're damn right you are. It's the 19th nipple, isn't it?
It's it coming out through your shirt.
That means I'm aroused too. It's the only way I can tell anymore.
Dax Cousteau, you're a strange dude, but you get the job done.
I sure do. And I'll leave no section of the ocean unturned.
Hey, don't slow
Yes, sir.
clap for me. Roll the kick ass. Oh, you thought I was gonna forget about that slow clap? Chip Chup, I don't forget nothing.
I was applauding for you.
Roll higher than a 9.
6.
Shot to the nuts, both of them. And then right afterwards, Chip Chup goes, bing, 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 which hurts so much. So lose a piece of candy.
It's just making a sound.
Are we still in hyperspace at this point?
Yes, we're coming out of hyperspace because we've just arrived to the rocky planet of Kessel. We're here, ladies. Get ready. Your guys' ship enters the atmosphere, lands down into a. There's a lot on Kessel. There's a lot of different cities and villages and groupings of people and stuff like that. There's like kind of advanced sort of buildings, and then there's also more sort of quaint, secluded, very, very secluded from the rest of the galaxy.
Is there a school? I'm gonna land near the school.
There isn't a school, but what we're going to is over there in the northeastern quadrant. Head there. So your ship flies down. And now, very nice. Dax, go ahead and no. Who's piloting it? It's you,
I
isn't it?
am.
Dax, roll a chew gum roll, which is for you less than 7 to successfully land this craft.
said 9.
It's a 9?
Looks like we're gonna find that school after all.
I would expect no less from you guys. I would expect no less.
Well, nah.
Great. So you guys are on Kessel, and you are supposed to land near a village.
Mm-hmm.
You land on the village.
Perfect. We're here.
Lose a piece of candy there, Dax.
On.
It's a small grouping of huts near kind of a lake, and it is around
Large worm-like creatures.
dusk as well. What's that?
The
Small
actual
grouping of
housing.
large
yeah.
worm-like creatures.
Huts.
Yes.
No.
Like
No.
the places people
Well,
live in.
But interestingly enough, the sort of adobe, mud, and sort of like cloth and skin and fur and leather groupings that were created, they are kind of in like a teardrop turd shape. So hut-like, but
Hut-like
they're
huts.
these sort of little homes with very, everything is very humble. It's very, it's a village. It's a village. There's not a lot of technology on this, and you're supposed to land near it, and instead, you land on the sort of main hall, I guess, as it were, of one of these huts with one T, huts. Just then, the ship brings the door down, and you guys are ready to disembark. And Chip Chip says, "All right, let's go meet our contact. Let's go meet our prize, who we're here to rescue from this mud pit and bring him back to the Rebel Alliance to see what he's good for. Let's go."
Okay.
You lead the way. Dax will follow.
I'm not leading the way. One of yous is leading the way.
I'll do it.
All right. Dax walks down first, followed by Randall.
Yep.
Followed by Force Ghost. Force Ghost Kim, SS. And then Chip Chub leading up the pack. And as you're coming down,
You know, you've been doing a lot of poofing. You would cut down on the wampa, you wouldn't poof so much. I'm just saying, little
What
trick I
does
learned.
that mean?
You eat a lot of wampa
No, I'm dead.
from wampa,
No.
although wampa quesadillas are excellent. You know, they have tortillas all throughout the galaxy.
What are tortillas?
They're everywhere. Seriously, flat bread, basically.
Yeah.
Heated up. It's just flat. It's just.
How
it's
long
pretty
ago
basic.
did you die? I feel like you missed out on a lot of major events in the galaxy.
Yeah.
The
There
invention
been, like,
of tortillas, Luke
tortillas shops have
Skywalker.
been popping up everywhere.
just
They're
then
super
Chip
fresh.
Chub walks by you, and he said, "Yeah, a stack of them look like the back of Dax's nipple."
Yeah, check it out. Take a look. Look at it.
Nope.
It's basically like this. The coloring is slightly
No.
different, though.
You guys find yourselves towards the sort of center of this little village, where if they could afford a fountain, there would be a fountain there. But it's just like a little grouping of rocks or whatever. And just as you guys settle to this little center location, one of the houses that you guys crashed into, one of those buildings, starts to sort of crumble again, and more buildings, parts of it fall over, kicking up all this dust. There's already just dirt. This is like a dirt ground. It's like a little
Yeah.
pueblo, like in Mexico. That's kind of what it looks like, right? And just then you hear, "What the ever-living fuck did you do, you dumb motherfuckers?" And you look over and you see legendary Master Jedi motherfucking
Mace Windu.
motherfucking Windu. He comes out and he has a dark brown robe on, and he has scarring on the left side of his face, as well as an eye patch. So if you can, I don't know if you can visualize that. If you can visualize Mace Windu, the character, maybe
Right.
the actor that played him, that same actor wearing an eye patch
With some scarring on his face.
with some scarring. Try to pull that.
Yeah,
Try to
okay,
pull it.
okay,
Pull for
yeah.
that.
I think I can picture it.
Mace Windu
I
comes around
picture
the
him with
corner.
a
Take
white
some of that.
baseball cap kind of sideways. Is that wrong? That's wrong?
That's absolutely wrong.
Okay.
That's very wrong.
All right, that's my
He's in
bad.
a brown coat. You said it's
Yes,
not. You sure
a
it's
robe.
not black? He's not like in a black coat.
Dark brown.
Is he in a black, like a suit, like a black suit with
No,
a
no, no.
white shirt? and a
Look, I
black
wouldn't give you
tie,
guys the shaft. I would be
curly
honest
jerry
with you
curls?
guys.
All right.
I would be
all
honest
right.
with you guys. I would not give you guys the shaft.
Coat made out of leather, by any chance? Or
It's-
leather-like material?
The robe is a sort of a Jedi robe, but it's not. You know, there's no Jedi anymore, right?
Right.
Do I sense that he's force sensitive?
Immediately.
Immediately? All right.
Immediately. For you, it is a deep blue sea of Force feelings. It is. It's
God, I
there.
got that.
It's there.
We know this is Mace Windu. He is. We know who that is.
No.
No.
Nope.
You don't know who that is.
Nope.
You don't know who that is.
Right.
Kim, your character, absolutely knows who that is.
Okay.
But right then, Chip Chup goes, ah, Mace Windu, you crazy motherfucker. Chip Chup, my favorite motherfucking Ewok. And then they walk over and they embrace. And they do this really cool human Ewok handshake. I can't replicate it. It's kind of impossible to do. And then right then, Mace Windu gets up, smiling at Chip Chup, and looks at you and just goes. And then Chip Chup turns around and goes, well, looks like we found the person we was looking for. Ladies and gentlemen, this is legendary Jedi Mace Windu.
Wait, you said legendary Jedi?
That's right.
Legendary
That's
Jedi.
right.
Jedi.
Yeah, that's what I
Mace
said,
Windu.
sister.
I take out my dual-bladed lightsaber, and I activate both ends. And then I use it to helicopter myself up. And then I fly straight to Mace Windu and try to heal him in the face.
You're gonna try to heal him in the face? Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Roll to kick ass.
kick
Reminder,
ass.
y'all can use your LS-47s whenever you want.
That
you
is
have
true.
a gun that shoots
That is true.
lightsabers.
I got a 7.
And you have 6. You are able to roll to kick ass.
Mhm.
That is
Dang.
very
Dang,
impressive.
yeah, we should
All
use
right,
those.
so you, in a matter of heartbeats, to kick. And again, Mace Windu is kind of checking out all three of you like this. But then as soon as that happens, you are able to miraculously land a piece of your boot heel, of your Ghost Force boot heel,
I Patrick
onto
Swayze
the
this.
chin. You Patrick Swayze, you concentrate, and you land it onto the chin of Mace motherfucking Windu. And he reels back as you land, and you're on the ground, and you tumble, and then you recover immediately. And he looks at you with this look of like, say what again, motherfucker? I dare you. I double dare you. That's the look he's giving.
Okay.
And just then, you guys are freaking out. What are you guys gonna do? Chip Chup, this is all in slow motion. Chip Chup's like, what the fuck? Okay, what are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna just take out Ewoking, sit back, and see how it all unfolds.
Okay, roll to chew gum. Roll less than 8. Dax, what are you doing?
Whoa,
One.
whoa, Seven Sister, relax. We're supposed to save him. We're not supposed to fight him. What are you doing?
Okay, roll the chew gum to try to calm down the situation, diffuse the situation. Roll less than 7.
5.
5, nicely done. Okay, so some of that gets through to Kim's character, SS.
Right.
And just then, Mace Windu gets up. Dabs a little bit of blood from his lip.
Is that good?
And then
That
Kim's
tastes
character
good.
jumps forward. And right then, Mace just goes and holds you in place and brings you over next to your compatriots. And Mace Windu says, I gotta be honest, Seven Sister, that was an exceptional try. Exceptional try. But you're fucking with the best. And the best is Mace motherfucking Windu.
Wait,
I've been around the block. What you don't know, and what I'm inclined to tell you right now, is that you're here for a fucking purpose.
Yes.
You sound
You've
more
got-
like Cyrus from the Warriors.
You've got unfinished business
Absolutely.
right now.
I do have unfinished business.
And whether or not you know it, that unfinished business is to help put a stop to the Empire.
Well, then you're an idiot, Mace Windu.
Oof. And then Mace Windu lets you go. What are you gonna do?
He lets me go.
Yeah.
Was I in midair at this point? Yeah, I was still in midair.
You were in midair, but he sort of like slid you over
Uh-huh.
to where these two characters are. So now you're kind of, you drop maybe like 4 inches. You're on the ground. You're a Force Ghost.
Okay, yeah.
Can I look for some tortillas or something, because this is going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah,
I
roll
just-
to chew gum. Roll less than 7.
That's what I
Yeah.
want. It's just one doing it. I'm chewing gum. Hopefully, I'm chewing some tortillas.
So what you do is you dip into a little hut with 1 T,
And when I dip, you dip, we dip.
and right there you find a
Right.
stack of tortillas.
I want to find. I'm gonna raid the fridge of this hut and see if there's stuff to make quesadillas.
Okay, that's really ignorant. There's no fridge. They don't have that kind of technology. You're looking for quesadillas.
I'm looking.
You're
I'm
cheese.
looking for cheese. I'm
Oh, okay,
looking
great.
for ingredients.
Maybe there's a vapor cooler.
Right.
You're looking for dewback milk.
dewback milk. Yep.
They have that.
Okay.
They have
Vapor
dewback milk
cooler?
here?
Yeah, they got do back.
Okay.
They have
great.
back here. I can whip us up some amazing baby
So
dewback
roll the chew
ribs.
gum.
Okay.
You've never had ribs until you've had my baby dewbacks.
6.
Oh.
Less than 8.
Oh, that is less than 8. All right, great. So you guys just break off, and you're like, bye, and like you do your own thing. So you're off on your little quesadilla adventure.
Shoot this up.
Fantastic.
All right.
And Chip Chip's like, whoa, everybody calm down. And Mace goes, and Mace Windu puts his hands back into his sleeves. He's like, it's all right, Chip Chip. I've got this under fucking control. It's fine. And what did you say you were going to do, Kim?
So I've landed back on the ground.
Yeah.
And then I charge straight at Mace Windu again.
Okay, fantastic.
All right.
And my lightsaber, my dual lightsaber is still brandished.
Baby
So I hold
dewback
it up
quesadilla.
behind
Roll
me.
the
Alright.
kick-ass. Roll the kick-ass.
And tell me that's not the
8.
best you've ever had.
Ooh, that is
Dang.
kick-ass.
8.
Okay, fantastic. So you break off into a sprint, and you knock Chip Chip out of the way. Oh! And he goes
Sidekick him out
rolling.
of the way.
Sidekick him out of the way. Oh, you kidding me over here? And he cartwheels
Sorry.
out of the frame, and Mace Windu's standing there. And as you run towards him, he's able to essentially just like look up and tilt his head, and then you pass right through him. And when you pass through him, there is a connection, almost like a mind meld, where,
It's a different universe.
huh? What's that?
You should try some of this. If you have a second, you should try some of this dewback quesadilla.
That sounds good.
Delicious.
So good.
Shit, I know where this is going. Okay.
That sounds really good, actually.
It's
That
good.
sounds really good.
We'll save some.
You pass through him, and you see a bunch of images. It's almost like a movie. It's almost like I don't know. It feels even older than a movie because it's not quite defined, and it's very like graphic, and it's very violent, sort of intruding into your thoughts. It's almost like it feels like it's a fiction, but it's not. But it's just like a pulp fiction. It's just going by so fast, and you finally face through him, and you land on the other side, and you get up. And what happens is,
Yeah.
by passing through Mace Windu, you realize that there was a time in your life when you were not an Inquisitor, when you were not the Seventh Sister. You were someone else. You had a name. You had a life. You had a family before you were seduced by the dark side. And this is something that is new to you, but in this afterlife of yours, you are able to draw upon those memories and those feelings. And Mace turns around and looks at you and he goes, "What the fuck did I tell you?" Right?
What just happened?
There's hope for you yet, seventh motherfucking sister. There's hope for you yet.
Hope?
That's right.
I don't believe in hope.
Well, then maybe you might believe in this. And he lifts his eye patch, and there is a galaxy of stars in his eye.
Can we see this?
Oh no, y'all are making
Yeah,
quesadillas.
we're making-
You guys
No,
are-
I know.
y'all are
But
missing out.
our
Yeah.
point was to eat the quesadillas and
Yeah.
watch.
Oh, and watch the show.
Yeah, we emerged
Are we back
as
for
this
this?
is
Sounds
happening.
good.
Yeah.
As this is happening, your Mace Windu's back is to you. So you're walking out, eating a quesadilla, walking out of those huts,
Oopsie,
and you see
bump.
Mace Windu do this, and then you see Kim's character literally like freeze, and Chip Chub walks over and he walks over to you guys. He goes, "Get back! You can't see the eye. You can't do it. Get back!" And what's happening to Kim's character is she is seeing all of time and space in this one eye, a galaxy of stars. Maybe it's this one, maybe it's another galaxy, maybe it's a galaxy far, far away, a long time from now, a long time ago. Maybe it's happening right now, but her eyes mimic and do the same thing. And she just kind of like, like blanks
Yeah, one
out
of
a little
these,
bit,
yeah.
just like that. And you catch a glimpse of that, and you guys freeze and immediately shit your pants. Go ahead and roll to kick ass to avoid shitting your pants.
Oh, 10!
Whoa!
I gotta
You
say, it feels like
puckered
that would
up.
not be a kick-ass
Puckered
thing
up.
to do.
Oh, but because Randall
Oh,
puckered so much,
shit.
Randall did a backflip and landed it perfectly. That's pretty kick ass. Go ahead,
I
Dan.
am not as tight as I was in my younger years. 8. But I'm
Yeah!
tightening up. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But indeed.
But indeed.
So you also pucker up,
pucker.
and you do a front flip and land it perfectly. So both of you guys just went, whoa, and landed. And Chip Chip's like,
And-
the fuck? And then cuts
Still
back to Kim's character. What's that? You're still eating.
I want to
your
make
quesadilla.
sure we didn't.
Yes.
Didn't
Seven
want the
sister.
quesadillas to go to waste.
The seventh sister feels a peace unlike she has felt since before she turned to the dark side. Feels a humanity.
Hey, you want to
Feels
feel another piece?
soul.
Let me know, sexy secretary.
Dax, go ahead and roll to chew gum, to flirt.
It's about that timing, but 3.
That's a 3. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
So I choose
So
gum.
it breaks.
Oh, worked again.
Kim's-
That's like 4 times now. You're gonna keep denying.
It breaks the seven sisters' concentration. And if there were any hope for her to be good again, it's gone. Kim, what do you do now? You're free from it. And Mace Windu closes his eye patch and he goes, "What the fuck?" and looks over to Dax. What are you doing now?
Am I still a ghost at this point? Some crazy shit just happened. Am I still incorporeal?
I'm glad you brought that up.
All right.
You are now fully human
Okay.
because you have seen infinity,
Dang.
eternity. You've experienced eternity. You have been able to draw upon the energies of the universe, the cosmic energies, and atomize yourself and what you considered and what you remembered your old body to be. It's a new copy. Your body's dead somewhere. But now your Force Ghost was able to solidify yourself, as well as your weapons, as well as your clothes, as well as everything. You have achieved a new level of power, but this break in the concentration has brought you back down to Earth in a way where, like, you're a person now. You're not a ghost anymore,
Yeah.
but
But
you're as powerful as you were the day that you died.
excellent. I use the Force to grab both Randall and this motherfucker right here. I use the Force to lift them up, and then throw both of them into
each other?
nearby trees.
Nearby trees, roll to kick ass.
There are no trees.
There's huge rock formations. I'll give you rock formations.
4!
4? Oh no. Okay, as you attempt to do that, Mace Windu knows exactly what you're trying to do. He's turned in his attentions on these two guys, on Dax and Randall. But he's like, what the fuck? But you're behind him, and as soon as you lift your arm up, he goes, no. And he pulls his hand out, and you stop, and you freeze. You're literally like frozen.
Okay.
It's like a Kylo Ren blaster. Like
Got
it's
it.
just you're stuck in midair. And then he turns back to Dax. What the fuck was that about?
I'm Dax Gusto, and she was clearly trying to grab at me. She's been coming on to me since I met her.
She's been whatting on you?
Not on me, not yet. She's been coming on to me.
Coming on to
I'm
you.
incredibly sexy. I have a rare 19th nipple on my back, and she cannot.
I'm frozen
control
right now,
herself.
but I go, I hate you all! I hate all of you!
We had an opportunity.
Fuck this day!
We had a chance to bring her back from the dark side.
Uh-huh.
Something that has never been done before.
Sure.
Except for once. Because of a young Jedi named Luke motherfucking Skywalker.
There's another Skywalker!
That is a crazily common middle name.
Yeah, that's right, Seventh Sister. Luke fucking Skywalker saved his motherfucking dad.
His dad had the same middle name?
Darth Vader.
I've heard of him.
You may have heard of Anakin Skywalker. They're one and the same.
Wait. What? I don't think we know that yet. Do we?
What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
think we do now.
Well, I mean, that was a big spoiler he just dropped.
Right.
Basically.
It's
Like-
Mace motherfucking Windu, man.
That's crazy. So, you're saying that Anakin is
What has yet to happen.
Luke Skywalker's father?
That's right. What has yet to happen will someday happen. Because I exist outside of time and space, motherfucker. Look at this! And he lifts his eye patch. Y'all freeze. Roll to kick ass.
Am I still frozen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
All right. Okay.
Okay.
You can't grab me yet. 6. That's enough.
Oh, 10!
Ooh,
That's
very
enough.
nice. Okay, fantastic. So, in this moment, you can unfreeze for a
Okay.
second. You can unfreeze. In this
I
moment,
was getting tired.
Mace Windu reveals to you behind his eye patch, and Chip Chup knew to get out of the way. He didn't look at that shit. No! He opens his eye patch, and to Dax Gusto and Randall.
Gusto.
What's Randall's last name?
Gusto.
Fuckface, right?
Fuckface.
Randall Fuckface?
Yeah, Randall Fuckface. It's Charlie, but that's a Game of Thrones
Charlie?
character. Yeah, Randall Charlie.
Randall Charlie.
Randy Charlie
Cabbage Patch
Fuckface,
Kid.
right?
Yeah, Randall Charlie,
Rachel
motherfucking
Randall?
Fuckface.
Charlie Fuckface? Rachel Randall Charlie Fuckface? Wait a minute. Is Randall not his real name?
He
Is his
goes-
real name Rachel? Does he try to go by the cooler sounding
Yeah,
nickname
exactly.
Randall?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's a revelation about Randall.
Now you know this.
He has a girl's name?
Rachel.
That's why he goes by Randall.
Now I am confused.
Now you know this. Now you know this. Now Dax and Rachel Fuckface, real name Rachel Fuckface, are bonded forever by this link.
Who's bonded?
You and Randall Fuckface, Rachel Fuckface.
Rachel Fuckface.
It's Randall.
You are
Randall,
both.
Rachel
My
for-
parents, like, were trying to be creative with the naming.
For the briefest moment, you see and feel everything. All of time. You know how the story will end. It flashes forward and you see Rey and Finn and Poe, and then you see the legacy of the Jedi Order,
man.
and you go all the way back in time and you see the Knights of the Old Republic, and you see every single universe that has ever existed.
Damn.
That was incredible, with the exception of the prequels.
I don't know. I don't buy Gungans in the Senate. I just
I don't.
seems far fetched.
Maybe if we just don't focus on that part.
Yeah.
I know. That's the one part of the universe that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
And that was all in your eye.
That's right.
Pretty impressive, Mr. Windu.
When I went up against what? What the fuck do you
Check
think
this
this is?
out.
Oh my god. Roll to kick ass.
Kick some ass here.
Dax, you say you're human, but I don't think you are. I think you're something special.
It's 5. I'm right on target.
You're right on target. Right on target. You have to lose a piece of candy, but you did it. You were successful. You reveal your. Well, penis is a loose term. It's called a soul hole to your people.
So, sure.
Soul hole.
I've
and
slept
you're-
with a few of them.
You're half human,
Soul hoes.
half something else, something ancient.
Vulcan. I want to show you
Vulcan?
my universe.
Yes, exactly. And
Do you
right,
see all the movies?
right at the tip of the soul hole,
What was that whale movie?
Mace Windu
was that?
sees
What was
the
that?
voyage home. He sees the
voyage
voyage home.
home.
There it
He
is.
sees it.
It's all there.
It's all there.
Computer.
And there is a feedback because both of you were not supposed to see what you did. This got real weird, y'all.
Damn.
Falls back, and Mace Windu gets up and says to himself, "I should have held on to my butts." And Chip Chub comes up from a rock. What the fuck happened? What's going on over here? And Seven Sister,
Am I broken
you're-
out of my
you're
body
unfrozen.
gun? Okay.
You're absolutely unfrozen.
Okay.
And Dax, you've also been thrown back, but you come up.
I did.
And
And
the
immediately
things,
reach into my coat.
the things that you and Rachel Fuckface went through are gone, but there's a lingering, peace and tranquility there, a feeling. But it's gone. You can't tap into it anymore. It's gone. But Dax Gusto
Gusto. Yeah.
doesn't belong in this world. And there's a mystery and a solution and an answer to that mystery as to
I
how
feel
you
it.
ended up in this plane of existence. Mace Windu might know because Mace did die when he went up against Darth Sidious, aka Shreve Palpatine, when the Sith were trying to take their revenge, and Mace died. But
I remember I saw everything.
just like Qui-Gon before him and Obi-Wan after, he was able to tap into the afterlife, whatever comes afterwards, the Force, because everybody is connected by the Force, light side, dark side, everybody. And when he was there, he was able to do what the Seventh Sister was on her way to do, but then her emotions got
Are we
the best
sticking
of her.
with that? Is that what we're going with?
That's what we're going with.
Want
Seventh
to
Sister.
stick with Seven Sisters?
Don't talk to me.
One sexy socialite.
So Mace Windu gets up and he says,
Yes.
"There is a challenge before you, but I cannot join you." Oh, what the fuck? What are you talking about, Mace? Chip Chub, come on, man.
Wait,
Fuck!
we came all this way specifically to get you, or just to get you to issue us this challenge? I'm just trying to put together the pieces.
Mace Windu slams Rachel Fuckface up and down with the Force, onto the ground. Lose a piece of candy. How many are you at now? 6, 5?
7, because people keep buying me more candy.
God damn it. Okay, all right. My purpose here was to unlock something greater in the heart and
Hell,
mind.
I unlocked something greater for you.
You did. That you did.
Eh.
And it has come to my realization that you're not supposed to fucking be here on this motherfucking plane of existence.
Maybe none of you are supposed to be here either on this plane of existence.
That's impossible. But then again, I did say that was the case when I met a young boy from...
Oh, no, you probably shouldn't
No?
incriminate
Shouldn't go into
yourself.
that?
Don't. Yeah, wherever you're going, this can't be good.
Fair enough. But your destiny lied in the hands of the seventh sister. But
I
unfortunately,
would like to put my destiny in her hands.
she will be now...
What?
Force slam up and down, lose a piece of candy. Motherfucker, I'm monologuing here.
Well, tell me next time and I'll
Is
shut
the
up.
sun coming up?
Tell you what, you monologue, I'm gonna make some food. Are there some rattlesnakes? I'll make some rattlesnake stew. Are there
Motherfucker,
rattlesnakes
what the
on
fuck
these
is a
planes?
rattlesnake?
It's a creature that whines like this, a snake. Are there any snakes in these planes here?
Oh, you're talking
Yeah.
about a skizzy farts.
God damn it.
It's like a smaller version of the things that, they would have consume the trash in the trash compactors
Skizzy?
on the...
Skizzy farts.
Skizzy farts. Let me go ahead and
Imperial
pitch
ships.
that.
Is it any
Let me
relation
pitch-
to our
Oh, wait.
first contact?
Hang on, let me pitch this to you a little bit better here. Are there any skizzy farts in these planes?
No. There is not. There is
Bless
some
you.
pretty motherfucking delicious bladder durns over there in that corner. Some bladder durns if you want them. There's some quiney narfs up there in the hills. And most important of all, there's a motherfucking shit ton of blue milk to go around. But it looks like you might have enough milk on your own hands, you
I have.
19 nipple motherfucker.
I have them enough. I have them enough.
That's right. Then Mace Windu takes a drink.
You want to drink something good? This Alderanian wine is amazing.
You're really nursing that.
If I wanted some Alderanian wine, I'd just go to Alderaan. Whatever the
Alderaan is...
Is
Right,
what?
right.
Is
you,
what, Rachel?
you exist out of...
I exist outside of time and space,
Got it,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Wait,
I
miss.
can literally do anything.
You're telling me
All right.
you have never, ever looked in the mirror and looked in your own eye? You don't know
Once,
what... And?
it was pretty fucked up.
Alderaan.
Not gonna
Peaceful
lie.
planet.
Yeah, I know. It was the way it was meant to be. All those Alderanians were supposed to have died and joined one with the Force. Just like we all will. Except for me, because I'm a badass motherfucker. But now, my time has come. I must leave you all and go back to my home planet.
Where's that?
It's in the Poochie system.
Great.
That's a good system.
Yeah.
It's a great system.
Nice.
Cool, hip,
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Lots of poochie.
funny, lots of Poochie. The Poochie system.
More poochie than you can shake a lightsaber at.
That's right. And mine's purple. But before I leave you, I must tell you this. At this point, Chip Chub is crying. What the fuck's going on over here? Chip Chub, please. We've gone on many adventures together, both when I was alive and after I died. But now, we must
How
journey
long
off.
has Chip Chub been alive for?
Roll the kick ass.
Three.
3. Oh no! Guess what happens?
What happens?
You lose a piece of candy because Chip Chub punches you in your butthole. Real hard. Real hard. And he's got small hands. So it makes a little bit of leeway. A little bit.
Do tell.
In fact, when you're questioning, how old is Chip Chub? You're leaning over to Dax
Right.
Justo.
Juiced up.
Dax Gusto.
That's gusto. Thank you very
And
much.
when you turn back, Chip Chub's gone because he's skidded around behind you and just went, ugh, shut the fuck up over here, huh? Don't you ever worry about how old I am. In fact, he crawls up on your shoulders and yells in your ear, whispers in your ear, don't you ever worry about how old I am. Don't you fucking worry about how old I am. And he skitters back to his position. And Mace Windu says, you have a challenge ahead of you. An incredibly important one. Some of you may live. Randall will probably die. But your only hope was the seventh sister. If she could come around to the light side of the Force. There still may be hope yet, but it's a choice she's gonna have to make for herself.
I say, I'm bored, and I take my dual lightsabers, I split them so I have one in each hand, and I throw one straight at Mace Windu.
Ooh, I love that. Roll to kick ass.
Okay.
Roll more than 8.
This is a terrible night for me. It's a 2!
It's a 2. So you throw both of them or just one?
Hey, just one. Just
Okay,
one.
great. Mace
He almost
Windu,
dies.
Mace Windu doesn't even break contact from Randall's eyes.
All at 8.
And literally just goes, and the lightsaber stops, spins back around.
Mm-hmm.
He pulls it out of the air and clips it onto his belt.
Mm-hmm.
And then he turns to you and he goes, there still may be hope for you yet, motherfucker. And then right then goes like this. Yeah, that's right. Looks down, looks up, and then a beam of light emanates from his feet up to the top of his head, shoots up into the sky, and all this energy goes, and then yellow spiky hair emerges from the top of Mace Windu's head, and his eye patch blasts off, and now both of his eyes, oh, they are eternity, and he flies up into the sky, and just goes, as a beam of light, and you can hear,
And he just levitates in the air, forming a spirit bomb for the next 16 episodes.
no!
What are you saying?
Whew. Whew. Oh man! Give me a second.
That's
Give me
the
a
jokes,
second.
goddammit.
Give me a second.
Yeah. The guy.
Give me a second. Nope. Give me a second. Nope. Give me a second.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, took me that long. Ciao to, and then he disappears.
Yeah.
And then, from another realm,
Ciao, see you. Yep.
Chip says, "Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Don't you start up with me!"
It's a whole different song.
And then he sucks a tear back up to him. People
hell
don't know
does
that's an
he do
Ewok. People don't know that's an Ewok song. It originated as an Ewok song.
It was like top 40.
Yeah.
I mean, for weeks.
Ewok started it. You can hear Mace Windu say, "Y'all gonna have to fight something really hard to fight. But remember, the change was in you all along. I love you. Goodbye forever." Mace out.
The change?
Was in me.
Oh, did I say change? I
Yeah.
meant power.
Oh.
Bye.
Okay, because I was confused about the change, because, like, the word has multiple meanings.
Did he just become blonde?
I carry loose change in my ass.
Yeah, it's weird. He grew hair, too.
Seventh sister, you've got your lightsaber back on your hilt. It's on your belt.
Okay.
You got it back. Beep, beep, beep. A little notification goes off. Chip Chip looks down at his data pad, and then he looks up, and he goes, "Uh-oh, we got company. We got incoming."
Okay.
And a little thing's going off. And on the ship is still like in working condition, even though you
Right.
crash it onto one of those huts, right?
Right.
We are now entering our third hour.
I would argue I landed it in the.
All right, whatever. Tabato, whatever.
Well, I'm just saying. Nobody can say Dax Gusto does not know how to fly.
That's right. The ship's still working condition, and you guys are getting a notification and incoming from Chip Chub's data pad, but also from the ship. So you got a couple options. You can stay on the ground on Kessel in this rocky sort of valley with this little village, right? It's pretty secluded, but there's like little rock formations nearby and everything. Or you could head to the ship and try to engage in possibly whatever it is that's making its way to Kessel. While this is happening, you feel something that you're not used to feeling, you're very used to feeling. It's called a disturbance in the motherfucking force.
Oh.
It's not Mace Windu. He's gone. He pulled a Dr. Manhattan. He went somewhere else. He's going to go create life somewhere else. That's what he's doing. Probably going to go fuck with some other superheroes or something. I don't know. Leave a butt in a cave. We'll see. We'll find out what happens. But in the meantime, this is what's happening. You feel a presence. Dusk has set in. It is now a little bit past twilight. Dark is coming in.
Yeah.
You can see the last of the two suns kind of, heading over the horizon. And we're now heading into our third hour. Pencils and Parsecs. This one is not an hour. It could end whenever I damn well please. So, figure out exactly where you want it to land and keep it there for the big finale. But you hear another voice penetrate you.
Maybe a forceful voice if it's
A forceful voice penetrate each of you.
Oh, good Lord.
And within deep inside of you, you hear, there's an evilness coming, a darkness. Prepare yourselves, champions of the light. Do what you can. And Chip Chub looks up. Could it be? And you look, and out of the shadows of some nearby rock formations emerges footsteps on the dirt at first, and then starts to form a flowing kind of a ethereal robe up to the top, a robe hooded figure, and then two hands come up and lift it back. It is I, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I've come from the side of the Force to join you in your galactic struggle against evil.
Can you understand what the hell he just said?
No.
I can't. Can you? I'm sorry. One more time. You are
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
There's only one cannoli?
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Perhaps you may know me as Old Ben Kenobi.
Kenobi.
Open.
Yes.
Oh, you're already dead.
Yes, Seven Sister. There's nothing you can do to me now. But if you strike me down, it'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine.
Why would I want to do that? It's less work for me to do.
It's true. It's just a thing I say.
Why are there so many dead people today? It's
there are a lot.
It's just like a dead time. Everyone is dead.
Any Jedi can tell you that sacrifices must be made for the greater good. That's what we believed, honestly. It really is. We're kind of fucked up. That's what we thought. Also, you could never have sex. I never had sex.
You lived your whole
That is fucked
entire
up.
life and you never
My
once
entire
had sex.
I had a rat tail when I was younger. I never had sex when I was young.
You not even. Did you ever, Mike, with yourself?
You never
or-
had like a.
Come on, you did.
You
something.
never had like a like almost romance with like the leader of a like group of people on a planet.
I never had an almost romance with a group of people
You're getting
on the
oddly
planet.
specific there, Randall.
Each of you guys roll to chew gum to avoid being Jedi mind tricked by the
3.
ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
8.
Oh. 4.
So you each do it, but Kim loses a piece of gum.
Okay.
Seven Sister loses a piece of gum. So now you're at 7. And so now since we started over with all the pieces of gum, we're at 8, 8, and 7. And again, guys, if you're just tuning in, you can affect the amount of pieces of candy they have. $25 donation can take a piece away or give a piece depending on if you do #light, #dark, or any amount can #light, #dark, any amount. $1, 69 cents, 13 cents, a penny, $100 can tilt the last scale to one of the tiers of the light side or dark side for our big finale, which is going to be great.
Do I have 6 or 7 right now?
You should have
6. Okay.
Oh, 6.
Bye.
Must have gotten one taken away. Nice. Okay, can you guys throw me one?
Yeah.
Any flavor. Thank you.
Did you a
pretty-
solid.
That was
Gave
a
you a
good
pink
catch.
one.
That wasn't
Sure,
perfect.
that was. That was good.
That's it. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
No, seriously, Obi-Wan, like never, nothing.
What
I
was
mean,
it?
we just met and we already made out, and she's a he, and this one can't keep her hands off me.
Why doesn't this work anymore when I try it? I swear, it never works.
All right,
know,
wax
I'm
on.
trying-
You need to also do the wax
Yeah.
off.
Indeed. Quick.
Mm?
There's no time to lose. A powerful force is on its way to Kessel right now. You must brace yourselves. Will you meet him out in space or meet him here?
I say here.
Here?
It's a shorter trip. Plus, I've got this gun that shoots lightsabers.
So he's on his way to Kessel already. So like, yeah, I feel like we might as well just wait for him to come here.
Let's do it. Let's
We
wait
can
till the cut's here. That's
Get-
the way we should
yeah,
do
we
it.
can get prepared. We
He's
can.
arrived.
Good.
Just then,
Gun out.
That was
in the
fast.
sky, a moon appears.
Oh.
That's no
A
moon.
moon?
Is it a moon or is it a space station?
That's no moon. It's a space station.
Damn.
It's a what?
It's a space station. It's a Sony PlayStation. It's making its way down here.
I'm gonna shoot at it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's definitely like a in progress Death Star, so you can't. You look like a child right now.
I'm shooting lightsabers.
You're shooting lightsabers
these are.
at a Death Star in space. It's in orbit of the Kessel.
Whoa! Has anybody shot a lightsaber before? How far does it
That
go?
is
I
true.
don't know. Maybe I could just take it out.
Everybody
Maybe
knows.
somebody fucked up with the plans on purpose and left one spot on this thing that it still can be targeted on one vulnerability, and I can hit
You
that.
don't shoot
Small,
lightsabers.
like shooting a womp rat.
Everybody knows that light has a finite source. It stops. If you shoot a beam of light, it ends. Look. It ended right there. Look at that.
But I'm shooting the entire saber.
Yes, I know.
So if we just wait here, that thing's
he's
just
coming.
gonna fire and blow us all
coming.
up.
No.
No?
They cannot afford to lose Kessel. It's too important to their plans and the machinations.
So they're gonna
Trust in the Force, Randall, Rachel, fuckface. You must trust in the Force. Use the Force.
Okay.
As for you, Seventh Sister, you will come across a challenge that is very difficult. He's on his way now. He has disembarked from that floating
This
space
day's
station.
been challenging enough. What more can come my way?
True enough.
Oh, you shouldn't say that.
I wasn't
I've lived
talking
enough
to
days
you.
know. I mean, anything could come. Literally, anything could come your way.
That's true. Isn't that right, my old friend Chib Chub?
Yeah, we had adventures, didn't we, Obi-Wan? Oh, we went on some great adventures. Hey, remember that one time we went to that planet and there was a waterfall? Oh, man.
Yes, I do remember, old friend. Some good times indeed.
All
I didn't
right.
have sex on that
All right,
planet.
don't wanna
who's
interrupt.
arriving this way right now?
I've never had sex.
your little reunion here, but shouldn't we prepare ourselves for this great force to land here?
My dear friend Randall Rachel Fuckface, you're already as prepared as you can be. But wait, what, do you have that? Is that the new guns? Are those the new guns?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, cool.
I
They
was
made those
gonna,
after
like,
I died.
I was gonna
sweet.
suggest that we you
Oh, you'll
know,
be fine. That's right.
had formed like a barricade and got like ready
That
for
sounds
a
like a
fight.
good idea. I'm a ghost. I'll be fine either way. You two guys do whatever you want.
Okay.
You're human
I'm
again.
thinking now we should just fly straight to that thing and land on it and then shoot every single.
I think
where-
you're already here.
Okay.
Comes down an Imperial TIE fighter.
Dang.
Not a regular TIE fighter. Not a regular one.
That's not regular.
It's Kirby
Oh.
on the
Oh
sides.
yeah. Yep.
It's
I
Kirby
get
like that.
Not
The
like
ones are
this.
Kirby.
I get what you're saying.
Not like that.
Crushes the village orphanage. And like ketchup packets of blood squirt out. And then one children runs out.
One children?
One children.
One
One solitary
One
children.
children.
One children
Mace?
runs out.
Mace, is that you?
See, the Casselians
Children.
have different pronouns and adverbs.
They do. I've heard.
Obvious.
Right.
That is true.
Obviously.
That
Somebody's
is
never
true.
read the EU.
That is true.
Doi.
Oh,
But I remember their song
sorry, I'm
"Doing
pretty
the
sure
Butt."
those are legends.
Those are legends now. They're
Yeah.
still in print. As the one child runs out, one children's runs out. The thing comes down from the TIE fighter and squishes the kid.
Oh.
Little ketchup squirt, and then mist comes down, and everybody just hears. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, ba-dum.
There's one guy humming. There may be more.
I know that tune.
I don't think this is that game show.
It's just one guy.
One guy. It is seriously one guy. Lightsaber gun. Bow, bow, bow,
Roll the
bow.
kick ass. Dum, bum, ba-da-da-dum.
10!
Woo!
Ta-da. Very nice. Ta-da. That's it. That's all. That's anybody else gonna do
Oh
anything?
shit, I get to do everything. We don't see him yet, right?
He's coming down. You see his boots. His black, shiny, slick boots coming through the mist. And this motherfucker's got a cape. Got a cape down.
very
here.
tall.
I'm gonna,
What's that?
I'm
Very
gonna
tall?
run.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
like 7'3".
Got
I'm
it.
gonna run
Oh.
towards him, and I'm gonna jump, and I'm gonna dive and do a little twist
John
around,
Woo, I
so
love
that
it.
I'm flip like this, and I'm gonna take my lightsaber gun, I'm gonna roll right so his boots are right, one here and one here, and I'm just gonna aim directly up his ass.
You're gonna
and
slide
lightsaber
down in between. Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
between his boots and then lightsaber straight up his ass.
And you did it.
Right up the keystring.
And you did it. So you're running and you're
I
sliding.
don't even know who it is. Probably should have waited.
Probably just some Imperial whatever.
Mace?
Yeah. Exactly. So you run, you jump, you dive, you skid on your back. Your nipple hurts so bad because there's just dirt.
No,
there's
callous.
dirt, and then you hit
Just
the
means
bottom.
callous.
You
I'm
hit the
fine.
bottom of the ramp, so then you go up a little bit, and then that grating cuts into your
Yeah,
nipple
yeah.
even more.
Yeah, yeah,
Your nipple is straight bleeding in like 12 places. It's like
Nice.
grated cheese.
Whatever
at
does
this
not
point.
kill us.
Only makes us strong.
And so when I fire that shot, how dare you kill
You pull it
that
off.
children?
You pull it off, Pew. and it blasts right up, and you just hear. Oh! and he leaps into the air, lands on the ground in between you. You're on the ramp, heaving. Your nipple bleeding. Your back nipple bleeding. Your front nipples also just lactating. All 18 of them just lactating.
Why would my nipples be lactating?
Yeah.
That seems a little far-fetched.
It's a Dax Cousteau species thing. It's something your race does. It's something your race does.
All right.
That's a Vulcan thing.
It's a Vulcan thing. Clearly, it comes after Ponfar. Is their nipples lactate? Is that how that happens?
Sure.
That's right. First you got to mate, and then you lactate.
Yeah, I'm
that's
sure
the
that's
Vulcan
right.
rhyme.
No, whatever you say. Sure,
the
sure,
Vulcan
sure.
rhyme.
They're like, I'm lactating.
You're breathing, you're bleeding, you're lactating, and behind this,
What effect is this having on my sexy socialite?
what's that?
All this blood and all this.
Oh,
nipple
roll to chew
lactation.
gum.
Just wondering if she's looking. 8.
And you currently have 7.
So
So lose a piece of candy. So now you're down to 6.
I admit I have not been doing physical candy thing.
It's just right there.
Because it's
Consuming
right there.
candy.
Okay, great.
I mean, it's right there. Don't matter.
You haven't been keeping
Don't
track?
matter.
Lose a piece of candy for
I'm
that?
can't go.
You're down to 5.
Ooh.
You're down to 5. What the fuck's going on in that video game behind you? There's a weird ice level. Well, I guess it makes sense. It's hot. All right, back to the game. So, this figure that is 7'3", and the mist kind of finally, and after he lands, the smoke kicks up, but the mist kind of surrounding him, coming off of a ship, lands. You're there. Your sexy life is, unfortunately, it's almost Gungan reverted up into your body. Almost. Sorry, man. You know how Vulcans are. Half Vulcans, half humans. You know how they are. They're illogical. Behind this figure,
Yep.
Chib Chub, the ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rachel Randall Fuckface, and Seventh Sister. And you turn to see, of course, Darth Vader is there. Lightsaber pulls up. Now, Dax, you actually did some damage. You got into his nuts. There's some circuitry now coming out of
Okay,
his.
is there anything left there?
There's some
Not
circuitry.
anymore.
Okay.
That were-
There's no, but there's like wires, little wires that are coming
I
out.
did that. That was me.
Circuitry popping out, and so when he walks now, it's a little messed up.
Does
But
he
can
still have that serious music playing while he's walking? Funny?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So is the contrast humorous?
Absolutely. In fact,
It's
you all
still
start
just
to
the
hear.
one guy humming.
It's
him.
Exactly.
He's humming for himself.
Exactly. Yeah, that guy is just going to remain humming. He's just right off the side of the ship. There's a speaker system.
He pressed one of the buttons on his chest piece there. It's
Yeah.
just coming out of the speaker. That's
yeah.
somewhere on
Right.
this person.
This one says my mom to pick me up. That's what that does. This one calls my mom. Randall,
Yeah.
fuckface, Seventh Sister.
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do? You see Darth Vader in front of you.
I go, finally. And I run towards Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Okay. Run towards him to do what? Roll to kick ass, because
Okay.
it's a kick ass thing to just run towards Darth Vader.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Only the bravest child who was coached by their parent
Yeah.
to do something clever for the internet
I
would do
got it.
something like that.
I seriously, that is what I just did. For the record.
I got
Very nice.
0, which is a 10.
You got a 10?
Yes, I
Very
did.
nice, Seventh Sister. So what you do is undoubtedly kick ass. You are a completely successful 100%. What it is that you're trying to do? What is it that you're trying to do?
Basically, I run towards Darth Vader, punching everybody in the face. As I'm running, I'm just like boom, 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 boom.
All of these people?
Oh yeah, all of these motherfuckers here.
Okay.
Yeah.
As
I hate
as
them.
you run
Near
towards
me?
Vader. So you punch
I force
Randall in the face. Lose a piece of gum. Lose a piece of candy, Randall.
Me?
Yeah, you got to lose one. Chip Chub gets punched in the face. And Chip Chub looks up like, what do you do? Ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi. You try to punch him in the face, and he's like,
Well, try again. I'm a ghost.
nothing
I
happens.
tried. A for effort. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing happens to him.
Yeah.
And then you run up towards Darth Vader, and you skid to a stop. What happens?
Lord Vader. You have no idea the kind of day I had.
Bow before me,
And
seventh sister.
And I immediately do.
I now hereby declare you Grand Inquisitor once again. And he knights you.
Damn.
Lord Vader is most generous.
Woo! It is on between those two. I think she has a thing for him.
What are you guys gonna
Yeah.
do?
I'm
Well-
gonna take Chip Chub by the hand. We're both very traumatized, and I'm gonna take him to the ship, and we're gonna GTFO.
All right, go ahead and roll to chew gum.
Great.
You coward.
Yep. 2.
2.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, Dax, what are you gonna do?
Well, first and foremost, I am going to pull my bottle out of my. And then I'm going to mimic what she did, and I'm going to be like, Lord Vader! And I'm going to run towards him.
That's pretty kick-ass. Roll to kick-ass. No more than 5.
6.
Dang.
So Chip Chub is incredibly
I ain't scared of
traumatized,
nothing.
and there's no way he can go up against Darth Vader.
Nah.
If he goes up against him, he dies.
Yep.
But I have a feeling Chip Chub's gonna live for a little whiles. So
Yep.
it's smart to pair with Chip Chub.
Yep. Yep.
So you grow and you grab for his
Yep.
hand,
Yep.
but he's also grabbing onto Ghost Force Obi-Wan Kenobi's
Yep.
hand.
Yep.
So now he's like, no, I want to stay. But then Ghost Force Obi-Wan Kenobi's like, I'm a ghost. And then he just like slides through and he's like, no, you were my best friend.
Oh.
And you yank him up into
Yep.
the,
Cold, Obi-Wan.
you yank him up into the air, and you look like one of those really offensive people crossing a freeway signs silhouette.
Yeah.
Because it's like, in fact, he's kind of like a teddy bear, as you know, of like a girl character.
Right,
But
right,
you're like
yeah.
the kid in the lead.
I'm the kid,
and you're
yeah.
booking it towards the ship.
Yep.
So you're almost there. Randall, Rachel, fuckface. You're
Yep.
almost there.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Dax Gusteau did the most
Gusto.
brazen thing ever. Shot Darth Vader in the nuts and is now trying to
I didn't know who he
persuade
was,
him. You didn't know who he was.
Now I'm running. Oh, Lord Vader!
That's right.
It's you!
That's right.
I'm running.
Vader turns around, and as he turns around, his hand is like this. Be careful not to choke on your ambition, Senator.
Oh.
He's confused, but he's still force choking. You roll the kick ass to avoid being force choked.
6.
That is kick ass. That is kick ass. Very nice. Turns out it's your thing, it's your kink. You're kind of into it. So you're getting choked, you're getting levitated into the air. But when that's happening, your shirt falls off, and Lord Vader sees your 18 nipples. And he's taken aback, and he drops you and says, "What is that?"
Lord Vader, I have 19 nipples, and the one on my back is the biggest of all.
Lord Vader is the most
Stare
disgusting thing
into
I've
it
ever
if
seen.
you dare. Stare into my back nipple.
Randall, go ahead and roll kick ass.
Okay.
This is some weird shit.
Yeah.
I
Just
don't.
saying.
I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Little
So
weird.
you
What
trip
the hell are we doing?
Oh,
on
man.
a rock.
Uh-huh.
Randall,
professional actors.
Rachel Fuckface
We are.
trips on a rock.
Uh-huh.
Like drops Chip Chub. Chip Chub hits the side of the ship,
Oh, no. Chip
lands
Chub.
in the dirt. Chip Chub's getting up, but you trip, you fall over, you chipped your tooth.
Oh,
Now you have a
man.
little whistle every time you talk. You got a whistle in your tooth coming out. Every single time you try to talk, you got that shoot, that kind of whistle thing going on. Can you whistle, Randall?
Can I whistle? Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's
I
easy.
can
You
whistle.
just put your lips together
Yeah.
and blow.
Okay. And you get up and you turn back and you see what's happening. And just then, the new Grand Inquisitor, Seventh Sister.
Right.
What do you want to do?
Okay, where is everybody at this point?
The ship is behind you.
Okay.
Randall is behind you. Ghost Force Obi-Wan Kenobi is in between you and the ship and Randall and Chip Chub.
Okay.
And in between you and Dax is Darth Vader. You're near
Okay.
him, and between you guys, you and Darth and his ship is Dax. He's up on the platform, and he's
Okay.
he's kind of turning around. And he's trying to show his back now.
Okay. I'm trying to avoid that because I nearly barfed the last time that happened. And I go, Lord Vader. Lord Vader, what is thy bidding?
Okay, fantastic. Roll the chew gum to continue groveling to Lord Vader.
Okay. 1.
Oh, that is an excellent groveling. Excellent groveling. He turns to you and he goes, what I want you to do is kill everyone here.
Say no more.
Start with Vader.
Besides me.
Well,
I
you
have
were
to
not
clarify.
so
I
clear.
apologize. That was on me. What I meant was, other than myself, Lord Vader.
Well, words have consequences.
You don't think I know that?
They do, and if
I
you
know
knew
that.
that, you would be careful what you say.
I am usually very careful.
You do. You take a lot of time.
It takes a
before you
lot of
speak.
effort for me to talk. I am careful to not waste a breath.
Well, Lord Vader, save your energy. And I go and I pick up Chip Chub using the Force, and I throw him directly at Dax.
Chip Chub!
Yeah.
So like over you guys. Okay, great. Roll to kick ass.
All right. 3.
I knew that wasn't going to work. I'm pretty bad at
Really
it.
bad not roll.
So you rolled a
Kinda
3.
like-
Yes,
so
I
what you
did.
accidentally do is you end up picking Randall Rachel Fuckface up with the Force
Okay, hey.
from the dirt. And then Chip Chub gets up and he goes, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And he runs up on the ship and he's trying to start it up. And you're like, this is it. Chip Chub's my hope. He's the
Yeah.
last hope. He's
Yeah.
gonna be able to save us, me and Dax, and get us the heck out of here. And then right as the ship's coming up, Obi-Wan turns to you as you're getting taken away, and he just goes,
Ooh, sucks to be you, dude. Sucks. He's not coming back.
and Chip Chub light speeds off of the planet.
Ah!
No ship.
No!
No shit.
No ship.
No
Damn it.
shit.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but now would be a good time to use your fucking weapons. You have very good weapons against Darth Vader, Lord Vader.
All right. I just, knowing that ship is not coming back, I just take my lightsaber gun and I turn and I just start firing on
Lightsabers?
the Seventh Sister.
On the Seventh Sister.
Yeah.
That's just going to go through.
Roll to
her.
kick ass.
Okay.
Well, she's human now, I guess.
1.
Oh no! So you drop your gun. You no longer have your gun. It falls in the dirt,
Fantastic.
and instead, you pull out I don't know, an old condom that you had never used.
I'm the one that has old.
Yeah, but you slipped it in Randall's jacket when you guys were kissing
I
earlier.
didn't think you saw that.
Yeah, I did. I did see that. I absolutely saw
You
that. Dad.
are
I
sly.
absolutely saw that.
I was
And
hoping you'd
in
use that later.
like a real hasty situation, you open it up, blow it up, tie it off, and then you have a giraffe, and it floats away.
Just being a giraffe.
Yeah, Randall sucks.
Yep.
I hate Randall. He's the worst.
Do they have giraffes in this world?
Huh? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Didn't you see Attack of the Clones? Mm-hmm. All right. So anyway,
Remember, I tried to ignore the.
that's right. You did. That's you
When you
did.
look into the eye.
I looked.
So
I
Dax,
saw it, and I was like,
What are you doing? This guy, Randall, is getting thrown towards you. What are you gonna do right now, Dax Cousteau?
Randall's coming to me?
Yeah, flying towards the air, towards you. You're on the ramp. You've got your lightsaber gun. What are you doing?
I think Randall's pretty. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to jump up and come backwards, do like a Pele kick to help kick Randall right at Vader, to aim and guide. And at the same time, I
Yeah.
am pulling out my lightsaber gun. Well, it's already out, actually. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one of these right at Darth Vader. And to distract him, I'm going to squeeze one of my nipples because you said that I was lactating. I'm going to use that to kind of
right.
throw him off.
That's right.
And I'm also going to scream, "Is that Padme?" At the same time.
Dang.
To throw him totally out.
That is
Okay, roll the kick ass twice.
What?
twice. You got 2
Talking
opportunities.
about twice. 9,
Okay.
Okay, roll again.
7.
They're both kick ass. They're both kick ass.
That's gusto!
Ooh.
God damn it!
Just then, before you're able to pull off any of that, the game ends. That's the last hour. I'm calling it. I'm calling it.
What do you mean before I get to do any of that?
I'm calling it. Where are we at, Lucas? Where did we land? Okay. Okay. Ooh.
What?
All right.
What?
So you go to jump up in the air, Pele kick Randall as he's flying towards you. Oh, poof, and you bounce him back. Oh, and he swings back around because of the momentum, sailing clear over Darth Vader.
Oh,
clear
no.
over Darth Vader. And while he's in the sky, guess who comes back?
Chip Chop!
Chip Chop with the hatch open, the door open,
Damn.
scoops Randall up
So
in
Randall
air.
survives?
Randall survives.
I thought you liked
Lives
us.
to make it another day.
Damn
Scoops it up.
it!
The ship is taken off, but wait, stops. In midair. In midair. And as you did that Pele kick and you said, "Where's Padme?" Darth Vader's looking. What, Padme? So he's distracted. So it's not Darth Vader.
And I knew that information.
You knew that information. I'm not going to ask how. It doesn't make
Lie.
any sense. I knew that
He saw all
information.
his space and time.
I saw all
Mace
of it.
Windu gave you all the info you needed to.
Yeah.
Everything from the Clone Wars to the Avengers Initiative. You had everything.
I know that he was on SETI Alpha 5.
That's right.
And-
This is SETI Alpha 5.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's right.
I showed you my university.
You did. You did. That's right. Oh,
You
man,
liked
I saw
it?
the whole thing. I did.
Oh, you liked it.
Oh, I saw it. That
You were
soul
like-
hole.
He was staring.
Mwah. Something else has stopped the ship. And it comes back around and it's floating in midair. And Darth Vader turns back around. And at this point, Seventh Sister, you have lost Randall. Your concentration's been broken and you're kind of like a little scattered and you're like, what's going on exactly? What's happening? And Gustav, you get up from the ramp because that kick move that you tried to do, it didn't pan out.
He has no recall whatsoever. It is frightening that you are running this whole.
So I
shit
got it. It's Jacques
shebang.
Cousteau. Jacques Cousteau, you get up from the ramp.
That's
You've got your lightsaber gun and you're ready to fire it again at Darth, but from when you hear behind you, more steam and more smoke. And the song that you hear is a dramatic version of
Look dung duk dung do.
Oh, you wish.
Look dung duk dung do dung do.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Huh. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Huh. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Huh. What you hear is that celebration song from Naboo. And then squashing down.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh no.
Donald motherfucking
A
duck.
long black cloak is behind him.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. You
hear. Yusa in trouble now. Double-sided lightsaber. And Dax Cousteau is decapitated.
Oh!
One fell swoop.
Damn.
Crazy. What happens to Dax Gusto? Though? I don't give a shit about this other fella.
This
He don't
other
matter.
fella.
He don't matter.
That's why
fella.
I'm running around
Dax
Dax
Jacques
Cousteau
there's-
instantly decapitated.
Gone. Fuck him.
Dax Gusto
Yeah.
sees that, blood splatters across his face, and you go, what the fuck? And you get up and you try to run, and everything in the next few moments is slow motion. You're running away from Darth Vader's ship, not just Darth Vader, but Darth Jar Jar Binks' ship.
Dang.
As you're running in slow motion. And in the ship, Chib Chub trying with the controls. Randall inside,
Yes.
trying to fire a blaster to destroy everything.
Yes.
The Seventh Sister looks up and she's mortified. What's happening? And from inside of the ship, Randall is pulled to the side of the ship. The door forced open. Randall sucked out. Chib Chub let go, and he blasts off into hyperspace. Randall is now floating in slow motion towards Dax Gusto. And they're about to collide when Darth Jar Jar leaps into the air. Wahoo! You're gonna die now! You're gonna die now. Comes down, and as you're both.
Like that he says it the first time.
Yeah.
And he thinks like,
It's
that
serious.
sounded fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it a different way.
You're dead, okie dokie. Comes down, Randall in midair, and before Darth Jar Jar can land, Randall is split in twain, right down the middle of Randall's head. And his last thought is, oh, I wasted my life. Split in twain. Blood mystifies, lands on Dax Gusto.
Wait, this is me trying to grab the condom.
It's a giraffe.
I know, but I can untie it and use it later.
Darth Jar Jar lands in the air, comes up, both lightsabers fully drawn. Darth Vader in the back, literally just doing this. Obi-Wan Kenobi dipping out, just like, oh,
I made a mistake. I made a fatal error. You're on your own.
just leaving. And the seventh sister, tears in her eyes with the glory of this battle. It's the most
so beautiful.
It's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. The Empire has finally striked back. And just then,
I don't care that it's a Gungan. It's so beautiful.
just then, Randall's bodies lands
Two of
on
them
both sides. Yeah, there's two. Lands on
halves
both
of
sides like a
Randall.
banana peel. Two halves of Randall, and Randall's still twitching as he finally life escapes his body. And Dax Gusto is just running towards. There's nothing. You're in an isolated village. There's nothing. And right as you're running, regular motion again, and then Darth Jar Jar lands right in front of you. With both of his lightsabers.
Wait, hold on. Watch. Huge old goober fish. Huh? Come on.
Misa hate gooberfish.
Oh, come on, see?
Cut! Fade to black before he makes the contact, and we will never know the fate of Dax Gusto. And that is where we're calling it.
Oh,
Right there. That is the end of tonight's Pencils and Parsecs. The return of the Ewok. That's it.
Can I say, woo! Goddamn! That was
Goddamn.
you, sir.
Dax Gusto, he may
Are
live.
impressive.
He may die. He may become an ex-bartender.
Yeah.
An ex-husband.
Let me tell you what I think is going to happen.
Yeah.
I think he's going to just destroy the goober fish. Do you think about the line he said?
The line was, I hate, Misa hate gooberfish.
That's true. That's true.
Randall's super fucking dead.
He's real dead.
Yeah.
He deserved it.
Enjoy that, Bert.
Yeah, you see that, Bert?
He,
Dead.
she.
Dies.
He
Randall doesn't make it past
There were
That's-
some moments.
Randall doesn't make it past
3
Rachel.
years after the Battle of Yavin. That's it.
Yep.
Done.
Done. That is canon.
And the seventh sister is alive again in the flesh and has turned to the dark side.
Ooh, well,
I'm back
he's
home.
gonna always
It's
the
all right.
dark
Feels
side.
good.
Home. You're back
Yeah.
home.
Feels
That's
Good.
it.
I'm back home.
She came full
And-
circle. She
Yep.
started on the dark side. She continued on the dark side.
Yep.
She ended on the dark side. So there was a
Glimmer.
huge
The
arc
lights
there.
look really bright in here, by the way. I've worn sunglasses for that entire game.
Yeah. That cosmic Mace Windu had no effect. No effect. They all
Ooh,
thought that
we
Seventh
tried.
Sister was going to make it back, but they tried. But that's it, y'all. Man.
That's it.
That's-
He's a douchebag.
That
Such a
got
douche-
weird, guys.
He's one of the nicest guys I know, but when you did that, I'm like, I hate this.
Oh, that's not just because it's
Yeah.
on?
Yeah.
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 Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have a license for that taco?
oh my God.
That was Eric Estrada.
I
That's
really
my Eric
want.
Estrada
I
impression.
really want a quesadilla now, though.
Yeah.
Quesadillas sound really
my
good.
God.
All that
Taco
talk.
Bell's still open, right? It's midnight. Taco
I'm
Bell?
making,
Yeah,
still-
I'm
is it
making an
still up?
amazing
Yeah.
do baby back.
Do baby back rib
It is.
biscuits.
So guys, that's it. Huge thanks to my incredible
Yay!
cast for rolling with the punches and doing such a great job. That was so fun. That was so funny. Thank you for making me laugh a lot. That was really great.
Yes.
Your brain was a fun place to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Yeah.
sharing that with the world.
course,
Now
no
lock
problem.
it away
Yes.
before you're locked away.
Exactly. Huge thanks to Lucas and the crew here.
Yay!
They
Yeah.
helped so much put this thing together.
Lucas.
Good job, Lucas. Lucas, do we need to do anything else? Any other housekeeping? Okay, we're going to read some tips here in a second, and now I'm going to take the opportunity to thank the most important group of all, you guys watching at home,
Yay!
on your computers, on your phones.
Yay!
Thank you guys so much for tipping and contributing to the show. We're about to read all of your messages right now, but we really like doing the show, and I really like doing this real fun thing.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad Bert was out of town. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck you, Bert, and I killed your guy.
Wait, also,
Yeah,
this
baby!
means because we introduced tortillas into our
Yeah.
Star Wars, does that mean the crew of the Yojimbo can make quesadillas now?
Yeah,
Oh,
and eat them
100%.
while we're on our adventures.
Yep,
yeah,
yep,
absolutely.
yep.
Absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna do.
And it wasn't
That's
working.
what I'm doing next week.
All right.
Pull up the stuff
Makes
you
me
need
mix
there.
tortillas.
Yeah.
Zach Eubank,
I was
ladies
going to
and
spend
gentlemen.
the whole episode
Zach
just making
Eubank.
quesadillas. Jeez.
That sounds like
Guys,
a great episode.
Seriously, stop making
Yeah.
quesadillas. I'm so hungry.
Just
I
told me-
know.
Didn't have
I should
dinner.
really.
You know what though? Let's not let her get in the
Oh man,
kitchen
it was
now.
just like wasada.
No.
He's had some
Lucas,
bad
Yeah.
experience in the
Lucas,
kitchen.
you got an extra taco?
So we would
bro?
make all the
What?
quesadillas, and then Herg would just
Do you
burn
have
the
an
place
extra
down.
taco?
We would burn the
Yeah.
place down.
I
Whether we were
was
cooking or
trying
not, just
to
entering the
bond
kitchen.
with
Herg is the kitchen's
Chib Chub,
what Dax is to
but
glove
it didn't work.
compartments.
I was trying to bond with him over our mutual distaste for large, hairy creatures in the Star Wars universe.
I saw where you're going.
Yeah,
I
since
saw
one,
that.
Oh.
get it.
defiled my bed.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Or
true.
When he went
Randall's
to large
bed.
hairy
Yeah.
creatures, I went the wrong
But
direction.
since
Yeah,
Randall
it
was the
just-
worst, he never got a chance to do that because Randall.
Yep, yep.
Right there.
Yep.
Randall, Rachel,
Super
fuckface.
lots.
Okay.
Randall,
Go up.
Rachel.
You
Okay,
can just
fantastic.
say their name and the.
Are we still on, girl?
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Super lot.
to my little girls who stayed up to watch tonight's episode, I really wish I didn't ask you to do that.
Oh,
I didn't
no.
I was
know.
gonna say.
I didn't know that it was going to be.
So sorry.
I hope your mom has
yeah.
Turn.
put you to sleep long
Yeah,
ago.
yeah, yeah.
I hope as soon as
I'll
I said
explain fuckface and all those other words.
yeah, the first F
Later.
word, I hope parents were like, okay, this isn't Star Wars. Good, let's go to sleep. Okay.
So good night, night.
Yeah, let's go night
Good
night.
night,
Okay.
night.
Guys, we got a lot of great messages from our regular viewers and some
Yeah,
new viewers.
yeah.
Superhot said hashtag Emma, hashtag Kim, hashtag Keith, hashtag Dark because kicking ass will definitely be needed. Uber Baldy. Well, if hashtag Emma, hashtag Light is playing Randall, then I guess he's my new favorite character. Also, Chib Chub would totally murder Aaron Val and use his head as a decoration, just saying.
Oh, yeah, he suggested that earlier
Yeah, he
today
did.
on
He did.
Twitter.
He did.
Ado Tiln says, let's make this interesting. Hashtag Dark, hashtag Kim, hashtag Keith, hashtag Emma, hashtag Dark. Also, have to commend you on the Jedi Council script reading. Great.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks.
okay.
Haywood says, hashtag Dark, hashtag Emma, because Randall should only kick ass. Uber Baldy, okay, we need, all caps, to have Obi-Wan show up. Hashtag Keith seems to be chewing gum a lot, so here's another gum for him. Hashtag Light. Deathmaster 436, sounds lovely, says, hashtag Randall, hashtag Light. Thank you, Deathmaster.
Yes.
I hope you had a great time. Ninjanomics 101 says, Obi-Wan mother effing ghost, this shit needs to happen, only time
I
I'd
wonder
go.
who that could be.
He says, only time I'd go, hashtag Light.
Damn.
Anon says 3 Starburst for Mace. Wait, no. 1 for hashtag Randall, 1 for hashtag Dax, and 1 for hashtag Mother freaking Seven Sister. Hashtag Light, hashtag Light, hashtag Light. Anon says the Force must be balanced. Hashtag Randall, hashtag Dax, hashtag
Wait, I missed
Seven
something.
Sister,
Mace
hashtag
was
Dark,
in this
hashtag Dark.
too?
Yeah,
hashtag
Mace
Dark.
Windu was in this.
Oh, everybody was in
Yeah,
this.
everyone.
Oh.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
was in
I missed
this.
some things.
Yeah.
Deathmaster says hashtag Dax, hashtag Dark, Supalot, hashtag Dark, hashtag Kim, and that's it for the night, you guys.
Woo!
Wow.
That's all I got.
Guys,
Thank
Great
you guys.
messages.
look at all these rappers.
I know. We made a mess.
Guys,
What?
tomorrow at noon to 5 p.m. Pacific time, Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be watching Glow with special guests with Adam, Cameron, Janelle Santa Cruz, and Iffy. It's going to be a lot of fun with a bunch of other special guests joining us throughout the 2-day event. So if you haven't watched Glow yet, or you have and you want to watch with us, go subscribe to us on rip.tv/hyperrpg so you can watch along with us. And if you're going to be watching Twitch tomorrow, you should check out the stream.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing the live stream from Anime Expo for the rest of this weekend. It is twitch.tv/Anime Expo. It'll be myself, Xander Genre, who I know has done stuff with Library Bards here way back in the early days of the LA studio, as well as Erica Ishii, our dear friend, and Brian Forrest. So you could see any one of the 4 of us throughout the day. I'm mostly on the later shifts, so like 4 p.m. Pacific time on, but you should come check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have guests and stuff on. Maybe Keith will be able to come by at some point, which would be lovely.
It's possible. I'm
You're
gonna be there.
You're gonna be at Anime Con?
I'm gonna be there. Yeah.
Expo?
Tomorrow I've got an
Awesome.
Overwatch panel that Michael Chu is gonna be leading us in and asking us questions and doing that whole thing. And I don't know what's going to happen at all, but I'm going to go
But
for
there
it.
you are.
But that's like at 12 or something like that, And then I'm signing at 6 to 9, so I have all that time in between. Maybe we'll do something.
Yeah.
So guys, follow these lovely people on Twitter, online, so that you can figure out all their cool information that they're doing tomorrow. Thank you guys again for doing the show tonight. This is
Thank
super
you.
fun. We'll be
Yeah.
back next
This is
week.
great.
with
Yeah.
Regularly scheduled Pencils and
Regular
Parsecs.
Pencils and
Bert will be
Parsecs.
back.
Less nipples next week.
Less nipples,
Yeah.
but
Less
technically
quesadillas.
Guaranteed
But-
less nipples.
Quesadillas might come up again. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, so we'll see you guys next week, and we'll see you tomorrow for Glow. And have a great rest of your weekend. Bye.
Bye.
The force be with you.
Bye.